dumb down, is what you're saying?
Just like you can still be dumb, but just like aim for like a 5 to a 7 on that, and not a 9 out of 10. You know what I'm saying?
So, Twitch streaming acceptable dumb.
Yes, Twitch streaming acceptable dumb.
It's like if shitting your pants was the Richter scale, aim for like a solid 4.
It's nice to know that James has already blown it. Our entire budget of being dumb.
And the recording's working as well, so everything is going absolutely fantastic. I'm going to delete this recording now that I know it works, and we have a couple more minutes. Unless you guys are good to go, then we can get on into this.
Oh. Let's go! Dribble, for sure!
Shut the fuck up, Luca.
Can we just, like, kill Luca?
Whoa.
Please?
Thought about it.
Hold on! If you kill me, James gets a hefty chunk of money.
Connor?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Is your nose itchy or something?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I hate that I'm like coming out of James's ear.
I love it. No one can really.
No, why won't it focus? See me.
Alright. So with that, if you guys are good to go, we'll get this started.
Never.
Yes?
One quick question before we start.
Go ahead.
I'm better than a 5, right?
No.
You're not allowed to have an opinion. You think my tits are dusty.
Kids. Easy.
Have an eating disorder, Ariel.
Alright. Kids. Welcome back to the Lich's Archive. Last we left off, you guys were continuing your journey on your way to Thornbluff. With the weather kind of turning sour, clouds starting to gather, you guys decided that it would be best to pick up the pace a little and try to cut off a day or so of the journey and just get to Thornbluff, hopefully before the storm breaks. Luckily, or unluckily for you, you guys also ran into apparently a tribe, a gang, a swarm, a gathering of Edder caps. You found their egg sacs, poked at them a little bit, kegs were thrown, arrows were shot, fire may or may not have happened.
Pants were shit.
These were picked up, pants were shit, but you did manage to continue at a brisk pace down the street, away from these guys. You know, don't look at them, don't ask questions, just get out of this neighborhood sort of thing. And with that, you arrived at Thornbluff just before nightfall. A-Rod got a little bit of a weird feeling and decided to investigate and look into what may or may not be happening in this town and why everyone was wearing the same matching ponchos. Asti decided it would be best to find lodgings for the night, and they managed to procure those. Cole, Shalashar, and Tap Tap kind of took interest in a tower, and they asked a couple of questions. Meanwhile, A-Rod did figure out that Bismuth, now known as Dog, this dwarven figure, has taken over the town and is the rightfully proclaimed, self-proclaimed, whoever proclaimed it. The point is, he's in charge now, and that's how things are gonna stay. That it seemed like you guys got along nicely. You made it back to the house where Assi was with everyone else, had a brief little conversation. You were joined by a nice elven fellow at Assi's behest, and you had a decent conversation about what happened in this town, and that general thing. And as this conversation concluded, you guys were kind of looking around, and Shalashar realized that Cole wasn't in the building. Rushing outside, you see a small little kobold making his way towards this tall, roughly 40-50 foot tall tower with a giant hole in the side, some of the stones kind of levitating off to it. So with that in mind, Cole or Shalashar, which one of you would like to go first? Who's starting it off?
Go ahead, Sal.
So last I saw, the little kobold was how far ahead of me? Because it wasn't too far long after he left that I realized and followed him out, correct?
How fast are you moving, Cole? Relatively quickly? You going slow?
Walking speed,
All
so
right.
like
So
basic 30 foot.
when you get outside and you take a look, you see a little kobold, probably about 100 feet. You know, he's managed to cross the road, and he's just like starting to get up what would be a city block.
Okay.
And the rain is now starting to like piddle down, and you just see it's not raining heavily, it's just kind of spitting for now. But you get a feeling there is going to be some poor weather popping up.
I think I'm not going to confront him right away. I'm probably going to kind of see what he's doing. I'll be there to intervene if anything bad happens, but I'm kind of curious to see what his game plan is.
Right? And what about everyone else? You guys, I'm assuming you can be inside, or you could have followed Shalasha and you see the same scene. I know Ko's walking towards it. I see Shalasha is kind of hanging back. Assie,
Yes.
what are you doing?
What time of day is it right now?
It's getting relatively late. The sun has now set, and torches are starting to be lit. You would assume, you know, it's probably early into the night.
Okay. So I am going to go, and Core's gone missing. One of the other members of the group has gone off in search of Core, right?
Yep, he's gone out the door, hasn't closed it behind him, sort of thing.
I'm
This is happening right now.
stretch out real long, start twisting. You can hear my back and shoulders popping as I stretch out the door, and I'm like, well, I moved a lot of furniture today, so I'm gonna go, and I just like flop face first onto the bed, tilt my head to the side. Wake me if anybody needs me, but it sounds like it's gonna be a busy night. I'm gonna get a head start. I'm just gonna fall asleep. This is the first time Assie has been in a proper bed in at least a couple of days, you know.
Alright, so you've had enough, you're just kind of clocking
Yep.
out. Alright?
I made sure that all of this furniture got moved here. I set this place up. I got us tea, dinner, the whole 9 yards. As far as Assie is concerned, she's done for the day.
Alright. A-Rod, what about you?
Is Bismuth still... Is he doing anything? Do I ever really see him going around town or anything after our conversation?
Since then you've kind of been inside. You could go try to get eyes on him and figure out if he's up to anything tonight. But you haven't seen him since your meeting.
Okay. Yeah. I'll go outside. I'll try to get a bead on him. Just kind of see what's going on.
Alright. You see, again, same thing. You see Cole walking that way, but I'll get to that unless that comes up. Tap, what about you?
I'm doing my usual setup of hunkering down up high in a tree. I'll try to stay fairly close to the party. But just a general game rules note. Please let me know if a enemy gets a nat 20 because I can use my foretelling rolls.
You got it. I'll keep that in mind. So you're just kind of outside, rain's coming down, and you're just keeping your eyes. I guess you have a choice now if you want to focus more on Cole, who's walking towards the mage tower, or A-Rod, who's gone out, and he might be going with the party, or he might be heading off in a different direction. Who kind of has your attention right now?
Definitely the wizard tower. I'll probably climb out of the tree and silently follow Core.
That will be a stealth check, and then we'll jump over to... I'll get one from you as well, A-Rod, if you're being stealthy. If not, it can just be a perception.
I'll do a perception.
Perception is... Sorry, I need my dice. Give me like 1 second. I'm terrible at this.
I guess you need to have dice to play the game.
Some would say.
You can just make numbers up.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. That's another nat 20.
Like
Out of my
all
goodness.
that. Well, I rolled. That's good. I rolled 1001.
dice secured.
Professional production. We're all professional D&D players.
Mm-hmm.
Alright,
We all remember our dice.
so what did you get for that stealth there, Tap Tap?
I got a 13.
Okay, and Arod, what did you get for your perception?
14.
14. Alright. Cole, what are you doing? You're walking.
I'm heading over to the tower.
Alright, so you're just walking up there. Anything I need to take note of, or you're just moving on up there?
Moving on up.
Alright. So, Tap Tap, you get down out of this tree relatively smoothly and quietly, even though you don't exactly have the best climbing hands, but you manage. Arod, as you
Red
make
hands.
your way out, you can see off in the distance there's some lightning starting to streak across the sky, but you haven't heard any thunder. You see Cole moving towards the tower, and you also see Tap Tap kind of sliding their way down. But you head off away from Cole. Down the street, not really a lot of people outside. I imagine you're probably trying to stay dry, so you're kind of like underneath as many roofs as you can, keeping a low profile, but you're not being like overly overt in your movement. Like, I'm terrible at words, but my point is you're just kind of walking, you're just strolling through, and you get over to where Bismuth was, this fairly large building in this town, and you just kind of settle down and you're keeping your eyes on that and everyone else around here. You've noticed over the course of your walk that this music is getting way too loud and you're going deaf.
I see.
That's the first
Do I
thing
need to
you
roll
notice.
for that, or
No, don't worry.
I get like a
It's-
saving throw? No?
Easy. You pass it without even needing a worry. So you notice that there are a lot less guards, or well, maybe not guards, but the people in the uniforms, the armed members of this community. You don't see a lot of them on your way there.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
Good to know.
I was stalling for a second. I don't know if you need to keep stalling. Justin, you still there?
You never have to stall. My headphones are pretty good and they're wireless. So.
Oh, fantastic. Alright. So you're making your way towards this tower. As you get up there, again, there's no one out here. When you came in this morning, there was a couple of people milling about, but the tower is just completely unguarded or exposed. It has about 5 or 6 shallow steps to go up to it. Door to this place is shattered open and you can look into this place. Stone construction, nothing terribly fancy or anything like that. But you do notice that on the bottom floor there's 2 windows framing the door. And looking up it looks like there's 3 windows. And then at the very top you can make out what seems to be 7 windows.
Okay. I think first I'm gonna. How high are the first floor windows? Is it something I could like jump up and latch onto? Pull
Yeah,
myself up a little bit.
you could. They're
Okay.
very, very tall, very elegant in their construction. So
Okay.
the
Actually, I'm
floors-
gonna lean my spear against the wall, and then use that to bounce up a little bit. Maybe that to make it a little easier to pull myself up and just take a peek through.
Yeah, I was gonna say the floors look to be roughly 7 to 8 feet in height for each floor, but these windows themselves are like 6 to 5 feet themselves. Like they are the majority of it. So for you to get up there would be relatively simple. It's probably like 2 feet off the ground.
All right. I'll grab the windowsill and pull myself up and take a peek in.
Alright, you take a look and you just see your reflection. Very, very brightly. From a distance, it looked like you could see it, but now that you're this close, you just see yourself as if it's a mirror.
I'll try putting my hand against the window and just get in close and see if that changes anything.
Puts his hand up as well, and you're like touching, but there's like a little bit of space. Same thing, you just look into yourself. You can maybe like that close, you can see just a little bit beyond, but it's very fuzzy images that are just kind of distorting your own face.
Strange windows. Okay. I'll hop back down, move up to the door, and just take a peek through.
Right. Roll a perception check for me.
10.
10. Well, you look in. What you can make out from here is it seems to be a very large. Don't need that. I don't know why that's up there. A very large circular room. There is a desk in the middle, and you also see a pair of boots with what seems to be several like bones scattered around these boots. And you see off on the far side, it looks like 2 stones that are like in the wall, but they're like 7 feet off from the ground with no way to get up to them.
How
Embedded
far
into the wall, but sticking out slightly?
Yep. It's up to you how far back you want to be. You're kind of stealthing up behind him. So you tell me, how close do you want to be following him?
They're not great at perception. So I would stay maybe at most like 5 buildings behind, but I would definitely be witnessing this.
Yeah, you would see him standing in front of the doorway, but luckily he's kind of a diminutive figure, so you're able to see beyond him into this place as well.
While he's trying to climb up, I wanna check all the rooftops and like the nearby windows to see if anyone's watching.
Make a perception check for me. And Cole, so yeah, it just looks like they're sticking out of the wall. It looks like they probably used to be stairs, but the bottom half is missing.
13.
13. Alright, quickly glancing around, it doesn't seem like there's anyone outside looking into this. You can see A-Rod way down there, and he seems to be the only one really like hard focused on anything. There is still some people at the gate. One of them sitting down in a chair just staring out. Again, not really paying attention to you. And there's another person partway down. It's a very open village, right? This isn't a crowded place. From any place here, you can see clear across from one side to the other side in this village. So you can see like one guy, heavy cloak over his head, and you just see like a little red glow as it looks like he's lighting up a pipe. But no one's like focused, and you guys are really paying attention at this point. Cole.
Step inside.
You want to step inside?
Yeah.
Alright. How far are you going in?
Just a couple feet for now. I'm gonna call out in let's try Abyssal. And, no, I'll start off with Common. And be like, hello? Is anyone here?
No answer. Take a couple of steps in. Do you want to look at the boots? Or do you want to go by the boots, past the boots?
In a moment.
They're probably about 5 feet in, by the way.
Okay, I will repeat the greeting in Undercommon. Or, no, sorry, I don't know that one. Deep Speech and Abyssal.
Still no answer. It just kind of echoes up. And you can tell, like, it sounds like there's another very large open room, and you hear your voice echo above you.
Alright. I'll go, now I'll go poke at the, boots.
Alright, so you go there, and you nudge them, and with the same time you nudge them, you see an arcane rune kind of like flare to life underneath it. Can you make a dexterity saving throw?
That's why we check for traps.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Every 5 feet, check for traps.
15, but I pull up my shield to give me an extra 2, so 17.
Okay, so you'll take half of this as the thing kind of arcs, and that would be 8 points of lightning damage, but it'll only be full for you. As you kind of like put your shield up just in time, the lightning kind of like streaks across it. And tap, you can also see this very bright flash in front of your little kobold friend. And the thing of lightning just...
Gonna climb up onto the windowsill and just perch on it. But I'm gonna try and be quiet and maybe do it during the explosion. I want to scare core crapless.
Okay, it's going to take you a while because you said you wanted to be like 5 feet back, which is almost the length of the village. So you'll need to move your butt up to that tower unless you just want to go to one of the random windows by you.
In the same window, but I'm gonna try to be extra stealthy. Because at this point, I'm not really worried about being noticed. I more just want to scare core.
Alright, so you want to get up to the window by the tower.
And I'm gonna make,
And
actually,
Charlotte,
no,
you can
I'm
see
not
this as
gonna do
well,
that.
by the way, because you're just outside watching. So.
Yep.
I'm just gonna take some berries that I foraged and smash them across my beak. Make it look like blood dripping down. I'm not gonna waste a spell on this.
Okay.
But, you know, I'm just gonna go, after the explosion settles down and I'm kind of perched atop the windowsill, I'm just gonna go really softly like, oh, call motherfucker. Or mother clucker, actually.
Alright, it'll take you a second or two to get there, so I'll let him know as soon as he hears that. So you start moving across the street to get to the window. You have some berries out, you're rubbing them on your beak as you go. Cole, what are you doing after that little lightning streak goes off?
Well, I'm gonna back away from that and start looking around the room a bit more and seeing if there's... is there like a hole in the ceiling above me that would lead up?
From the outside, about, we'll say, 14 to 15 feet off the ground, there is a hole to get to the second floor.
But nothing from the inside?
There is the hole by the stairs that are no longer there, that are about 7 feet off from the ground.
Okay, I'm
And
gonna
at
start
this
looking
point, as
at
you're looking around, you hear
furniture.
caw, caw, motherfucker,
Mother clucker.
clucker, and tap, tap. As you get up to this window, starting to look in, you just see your own bird-like visage with all these berries smashed on your face. And Cole, if you look that way, you can also see tap, tap through the window. But you can tell, like, their eyes aren't focused on you at all.
Well, when I heard it, I would whip around with my shield up and my spear ready to stab, and then I realize who it is. And I just tap the window real hard with the tip of the spear.
Alright, so suddenly, you can't see what happened, but suddenly you just hear a ping on the window.
Okay, you see my beak open and my tongue go, ah! Do like one of those pictures, you know? Like beak open, tongue going all swiggly. That's the vibe. And I immediately just like fucking front roll into the window.
Roll a strength check, because it is a big window, so you're like, are you trying to break through it, or?
It's assuming it's like openable.
No, it's like a giant, like...
It's a giant pane of glass.
That is on par for Tap Tap's intelligence, though, I think, isn't it?
smacks their head into the window. Kunk.
It is I, the dumbest wizard. No, I'm committed. I'm rolling through. I suppose the strength check will do.
We'll find out.
Ooh, that's a 6.
6. Alright, so, Cole, you tap this window, you see Tap Tap flail their tongue, like, ah! And then they just slam their head, and they, like, take a step off of the windowsill, and they're just on the ground, like, holding their head a little.
I'm just picturing a bird that flies into a window right now.
Yeah.
Just...
You'll take 1 point of bludgeoning damage. A single point.
Worst damage I've ever taken in this campaign.
Can we reduce that damage by half?
Yeah, but we round up. So.
Still counts.
I
No
just
pencils for
facepalm
you.
for a moment. You know, Tap Tap, the door works a lot easier.
No.
Okay, you continue trying the window. I'm gonna start looking at the around at the furniture if there is any in here, and seeing if I can figure out a way to stack stuff up so to get
Roll
up to
an
the next floor.
investigation check for me.
Meanwhile, I'll go through the door like a fucking pleb.
Alright, so you
Yes,
walk through the
sir.
door, you can see Core's kind of looking around. You also notice the boots on the ground, surrounded by several bones. You see a large kind of like shadow on the wall that looks like it was left by a lightning strike. Actually, there's a couple of those now that you're kind of looking around. What did you get, Core?
This dice can go to hell. 1.
One?
Yeah.
You're still like, you're trying to look, but there's like tears in your eyes and the room just kind of looks blurry as you're like trying to like get over the image of Tap Tap smacking their face.
Is there anything on the outside of the tower that, like any loose stones, anything I could possibly climb?
Yeah, right around, well, can't climb, but there's lots of loose objects that are just kind of floating in midair around the second level.
Well, do you think I'd be able to kind of get a perch and climb them? Can I take a shot?
It'd be a tall jump for you. You could probably, because how tall are you again? You're like 6 foot something?
6'2". Yeah.
You could probably reach like the bottom of the stairs inside.
Well, you said there's one floating on the second story, so that's like
14 feet.
14 feet. Yeah.
14 to 15, I believe is what I said. So that'll be just like double your height in a jump to get to some loose stones and then trying to pull you. Like, it's...
Well, is there no loose stones on the outside? Like, is it perfectly smooth all the way around the base?
Seems like it. It almost
Is there
seems like it was
anything
magically
nearby?
made.
Is there anything nearby?
You
that
could
can
stack stuff to get up there. If you wanted to put in the time, I would say it'll just take you probably about 15-20 minutes to like pull over a cart, find some boxes to stack up there. If you
In
wanted
the
to do it
room,
that way.
was there a table or a chair?
There is a desk, and there's probably something on the other side of the desk that no one's been able to move to yet. You can see your teammates are like not even 5 feet into the floor yet, due to the...
Yeah, they're right at the front.
So you could probably try getting a cart to get in. You could try to get past the runes somehow.
Could I try a running jump off the wall? As physics.
I will let you roll athletics for that, yes.
Okay. And then proficiency, so that makes it a 19.
19. You're very close. You run towards this thing, you jump, you grab like just the edge of a stone, and it kind of like twists with you. It stays in place, but it does rotate, and you just kind of like very narrowly miss this jump.
Okay, then while they are doing the thing inside, I will try and take the 10, just to see if I can kind of circumvent whatever the wizard wanted to do. So I'll try and see if I can climb the outside.
Meanwhile, A-Rod, as you've now been out here for roughly 10-15-ish minutes, you can see Bismuth walks out through the front, and it looks like he has his crossbow, he has several bear traps with him, and he has 3 other people with ponchos. And he kind of like sees you, gives you like the deuces, and him and his little patrol kind of march through the town towards the gate.
Did I hear this lightning go off or see any of that?
Yeah, you probably heard the lightning. You've definitely also heard the sound of a bird meets window.
Yeah, Yeah.
Would I have heard these sounds?
How heavy of a sleeper are you? Roll perception with disadvantage.
If I'm hearing lightning and hearing tap tap going wild, I gotta see
I haven't
what's
had
going
a chance
on.
to fall asleep yet.
We'll find out. Perception with disadvantage. We'll let the dice decide, baby. The disadvantage is mostly because you're inside and it's raining. A-Rod is outside and he's looking for shit, so.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Ho ho ho! It doesn't matter what my bonus is, that is a 1.
Ah,
To sleep.
you
Apparently I fell asleep when my head hit the pillow.
yeah, like after the Edo caps and meeting all these people and having
We
fun
haven't
with-
had a chance to sleep since the Edo caps.
Yeah, you're like, I'm done with this. So you're in La La Land, I'm afraid. Sorry.
Okay, fair enough.
So A-Rod, you were saying?
Well, if I hear tap tap going wild and see lightning, I'm probably gonna give Bismuth the deuces back, but like kind of look at him real hard, like I'm gonna talk to you later when you're alone, and then I'm gonna run, just sprint all the way there. And when I get to the tower, just be like, "We haven't even been here a day. What happened?"
You see
Tap tap, what
Shalashar is
happened?
also off in the distance grabbing a card, and he's walking back.
What? I'm gonna do like the Pulp Fiction meme where he's sitting there like looking around, like I don't know, what went on?
The Edo caps weren't enough for them, clearly.
Clearly. Tap Tap's got blood on their face. What is this? What is this?
Tap tap? A-Rod's talking to you. He's like,
Are you okay?
I'm just gonna like start looking around frantically because I did not realize you were there because I'm a goddamn bird with a bird brain. So I'm just gonna start frantically licking my lips, trying to get the berries off fruitlessly, pun intended.
What lips?
Exactly. I just start looking down and then gesture into the tower and go, "Ladies first." Tip my hat.
I'm just gonna poke my head in there and see, like, is Cord still in there, slightly crispy?
Cole, what are you doing?
Still looking around, trying to judge if I can get enough furniture up to, like, kind of climb up.
You want a boost?
Yeah, I'd like to get up to the next level, but I kind of set off a trap, so maybe if
Yeah.
you're gonna be coming in, you should be a little careful.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna check for any more traps here. I'm just gonna kind of like take my dagger and like run it through the seams of all the rocks and in between the mortar and just see if I feel any wires, any glyphs, any.
We'll get an investigation from you. S, you have a chance, right?
I have a quick illustration.
Okay,
What
thank you.
focus?
17.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I do. Let me double check.
I hate it.
Yes, I have chance, and I have Sylvan Resistance, Fey Ancestry,
Alright.
Ghost Vision.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Alright. So, A-Rod, you start looking around. You start messing around with your dagger. Everything in here is like very tight tolerances. Like whoever made this, they knew what they were doing. But you can also see just in front of you where the boots were a small little glyph that's kind of crackling, but it's not fully illuminated yet. You see off in the distance, here and there, kind of chaotically spattered across the floor, very, very faint glowing glyphs that you really wouldn't notice unless you were looking for them. This entire tower, it's almost made with like a weird white stone and gray, and these glyphs are actually glowing with a very, very faint white light that blends in super, super well.
Okay. I'm just gonna hold up my hands, be like, everyone, stop moving, stop moving. Everyone, just calm down. And I'm gonna start pointing them out, like to the ground, every one of them that I see.
And you also can see that outside, Shalashar has now pulled up a cart, and you can hear the sound of him like shuffling some boxes and stuff around back there.
Let's maybe hold off on that one, Shalashar, buddy. And I'm gonna try to guide Cord out and myself, like kind of doing like the little like walking in a minefield type deal.
And you guys going outside? You staying inside?
Outside. Do you want to try setting them off from a distance? See if that would work?
That's exactly what I was gonna try to do. Yes. Tap, yes.
Okay.
Shalashar, make your check again quickly.
I pull off one of the many little baggies on my staff. This one in particular is filled with marbles. And I just kind of let them fly across the floor. Just whip them.
Okay.
To see if they're, like, motion or pressure sensitive, anything like that.
Alright.
Yeah.
Shalashar, what'd you get?
23.
23. Alright, so
Ooh.
this kind of happens at the same time that you pull off this thing and you throw those marbles, and several of the glyphs kind of like flare, and there's lightning bouncing around, and everyone's looking there. But A-Rod, you can also see as Shalashar lines himself up with this cart, does a run, kicks off of like these boxes that he stacked on the back, and he grabs the edge of the building and he pulls himself up onto the second floor. Shalashar, as you get up there, it's another very large circular room. Giant hole in the center, and now the rain is starting to pour in, and there looks like there was a couple of rugs and stuff like that around here, but a bunch of them are now like getting waterlogged. You see a giant table in the middle, there's books, scrolls scattered all around it. There's a bunch of bookcases, all of them crackling with some sort of weird energy. And you also see on top of one of these bookcases a very large bird's nest. And there's like 3 birds up there that are like, they've turned their head to look at you. And you can also see a staircase that goes up, and what seems to be a single 2 to 3 steps that go down before it ends abruptly. And as you look that way, you just see bright flashes coming up here, and it's echoing up. And as this is going, one of the birds has enough, and it just like dive bombs towards you and out into the rain.
Okay.
Traps.
Did I hear that?
Yes. In this case, you do wake up as you hear a cacophony of lightning strikes in rapid succession just reverberate through this town.
So I am shaken violently from my trance. Let out a very annoyed huff. Assy had like shedded most of their clothing when they went to bed. Like they're in just the tunic that they wear underneath everything else and undergarments. I stuff my feet into my boots and I just start stomping towards this racket because I'm pretty sure it's all of the missing idiots.
As you make your way out, Nikolai's just like, tell them to keep it down, and he like puts the pillow over his head and he rolls over.
Oh, I told him to!
Alright, and as you go outside, you can see Tap outside, Core outside, A-Rod outside looking in. You see Shalashar's kind of silhouette on the second floor, and you also see Bismuth and these 4 people that are going by. They've like stopped in front of the tower, and they're like just like gawking at this.
I'm doing something that's like partway between a jog, partway between an angry stomp. How long will it take me to get there with 30 movement speed?
I'll get back to you for when you get there. Bismuth looks at you, A-Rod, and he looks over his shoulder at like this dwarf, and he goes, I was gonna say something, but it looks like you're gonna get your talking to. Come on,
Yeah,
boys!
Thanks for all
And
the
they
help.
continue their way out. Just
I'm just gonna flip him off as he walks.
Alright, Tap, you have a second here. Are you doing anything? You can see Assie's making their way up. Bunch of these runes have detonated. Same with any of you want to jump in. If not, I'll go to Shalashar after this.
No, so the bookshelves are with Shalashar, right? On
Yes.
this floor, there's not much.
Yeah, and this one it seems to just be a desk and several runes and a destroyed staircase. But no
Okay,
rubble.
I do have a quick question. Remember last session I was capturing some rats?
You
Did I
had
manage-
them outside in the traps and you haven't checked them yet.
Okay, I'm just gonna run back and like get all the rats into a bag.
Roll an animal handling
Into a
check.
burlap sack.
It can be animal handling if you're trying to coax them, or it can be a dexterity saving throw if you're
Is
trying
Tap
to
Tap
just...
gonna be running within arm's reach of me?
No, because you're coming up and they're ducking to the side, so...
Okay.
Dexterity of sleight of hand.
This isn't really a sleight of hand. You know, sure, I'll give it to you.
Okay, 13. 13 has been my number today, boys. I don't know what to tell you. I keep rolling
Another
my critics, but
Yeah, what's
with my
wrong with 13?
bonuses, it always comes out to 13.
Alright.
Also the
So,
number of brain cells in this
There
group,
seems to
apparently.
be a couple of rats in here, about 4 of them. The first 2 you get quickly. The third one's a little cagey and it tries to bite you, but you're apparently well guarded by your feathers. But the fourth one does manage to like get his little teeth. Where are you putting these rats as you're like gathering them up?
So I have many a pouch just because I'm a trash bird who likes collecting things. So I have a collection of like empty pouches.
Okay, so you just
So
have
I'm just gonna into like one of the leather ones, so it's a little thicker that they can't chew through. Plus, I'll be releasing them shortly, so I don't have too many concerns.
Oh god.
Alright, one of them does bite you, so it's 1 point of piercing damage. This is
Oh my god!
the
I
second.
can't believe this is the first
Is it
damage I'm
Jet?
taking in this goddamn
Death
campaign.
by 1,000 bites.
Forced my head wound and now this, so you're gathering them up. Asia, at this point you make it to the group. Actually, I'm going to go to Shalashar very quickly. What do you want to do up there? Just so I can kind of see what your plan is. There's still 2 birds in this nest. Stay.
Is there anywhere that I can tie rope?
Yeah, I mean, there's several chairs around this table. The table itself, it looks to be a very large round table with a single solid base that's part of the floor. So it would take a little bit of rope, but you could bind to that. You could bind to a chair.
I mean, I do have 100 feet of rope, so can I just
There's
throw
one
down on the
other weird thing that you do notice. The staircase that goes up, you can see a very faint kind of shield, right? It's like you notice it because the rain is smacking against it and it's like collecting at the bottom of this. There is a single handle that it looks like it's inset into the wall, and then there's like these 4 squares with like runes on them. Do you speak Draconic or Abyssal?
Yes, in Abyssal.
Abyssal? There's an R, a G, a P, and a B on these runes.
R, a G, a P, and a B. Okay. So that is at the bottom of the stairs, so it's almost like a small barrier force field that's stopping us from going up, or the runes are defensive.
Yeah, it looks like they're all kind of part of the same contraption to stop you from going to the 3rd floor.
Okay. So I want to take out my my rope. There are 2 sets of 50, but if need be, I'll just tie the end together.
Okay.
And I want to anchor it in the like the big desk or table,
Yeah.
the heavier thing. and then I just want to throw it down the side.
Down the side as in out the window or down the stairs?
I'm not gonna make the party try and walk into the middle of the room to get to the rope, so I'm just gonna throw it on the outside of the building.
Okay.
At least they can kind of rappel up the wall by using their feet.
Alright, so then last chance. Cole, if there's anything you want to do. If not, I'm jumping to AC.
Yeah, right before the ropes comes down, I'm yelling out, "Hey Sal, is there any place to attach a?" Oh, never mind.
Alright,
Yeah,
I'll let you
as
know
long as
with
you
the
can get
rope.
your hands.
What is wrong with you idiots?
You are
What?
peeking your mic.
Sorry.
So just be aware. I appreciate the energy. It's just
Hi.
half your words go
Oh,
out
yeah.
the window.
I was even trying not to that time.
Alright. Please continue.
What is wrong with you idiots?
What?
It is the
I'm gonna go like
middle of the
halfway
night.
up the rope.
This part where this village has been attacked by monsters every night and people are exhausted? Did that just gloss right over your notice? Like, what is wrong with you guys?
We were asked to take care of this.
In the morning,
Oh,
after people have
You're
slept,
upstairs, Shalasha,
probably.
I mean,
Shalasha, you're upstairs. You're tying a knot. you faintly hear this drifting into your window as you're doing some knots.
outside or downstairs?
They're like outside yelling, so you just hear this coming up through the hole.
I am outside in just a tunic, underwear, and my boots. In the rain.
I'm gonna be like halfway up the rope, like, AC, you woke up, hey, join the party.
Was the ender caps not enough for you guys? Really?
That was easy. We just had to run.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot I was the only one lugging around furniture so we could actually get a decent rest tonight.
Well, yeah, we were gonna do that after this.
Did you miss the part where this village is attacked every night?
Yes, which is why I wanted to check out the wizard's tower.
Why would you want to check out the wizard's tower and exhaust yourself when we know we're going to get attacked later tonight?
At this
Well,
point,
maybe
Eli,
there's
you're
something
up.
useful in there.
There is nothing useful in there other than traps until we have time to go through everything.
You're not wrong.
To deal
There's
with
lots of
this?
traps.
Oh, I heard the things. Those are wizard traps. Trust me, I know. And at this point, I'm gonna take one of my knives out of pocket space and then throw it into pocket space in another direction. I know arcane shit.
Oh, you guys with your magic.
At this point, Tap, you like turn the corner and you see this conversation taking place. And A-Rod is now already up the rope onto the second floor as well. And you,
For trap.
Tap, and Corey again, you guys see this rope now dangling out the side of the building. Same with you, Assy.
Seriously, you guys, the entire village has been attacked every night this week, and you are keeping the entire village up because the sounds can be heard across the entire village. What is wrong with you all? Are you all just that inconsiderate? Seriously?
I mean... kinda?
It's one thing to steal a person's belongings when they have a lot of gold. It's another thing to ruin a person's rest when they haven't slept in a week because they've been getting attacked. Am I wrong?
In my defense, I originally didn't want to come here. I was attracted by the noise.
So you just decided to join in.
I did.
Solid.
Looking out,
Nobody think this through.
at this point, looking out like around the town, you do now see like quite a few people have like gathered in their windows. So there are like, probably 40 people in this town, and there's at least 20 of them watching. That being said, rope dangling.
Well, I
I'm just
only
gonna be-
set off one trap.
I'm just gonna be kneeling
start
at the
climbing.
top, waiting for someone to grab it so I can I'll pull them up, or just steady the rope so it doesn't fall.
I start up.
So you see Cole starts making his way up.
I am not helping
Here.
with this tonight. I'm gonna go back to bed, and I'm gonna get some rest. Because I want to be rested and ready when the village gets attacked, and I need to fight and help save people so people don't die again.
Can I hear that?
If you guys want to fuck around in the tower
Yeah,
tonight,
that's
that's
just-
up to you.
I'm just gonna like peek my head down. It's nighttime, right?
Yes. It was nighttime.
And you're gonna go to sleep. Because it's nighttime, right?
While the village gets attacked.
I am trying to get a trance in before it happens. Because some of us did a little bit more than others during that attack and need to get back some abilities and energy.
Wow.
Hey,
Right.
Tap Tap. There's lots of stuff up here. Lots of books and stuff.
Fully off. I'm going.
Alright, Tap Tap goes up as well. Asher, you going up?
No, Asti wants to be well rested for when the village gets attacked later tonight.
Alright. You do remember seeing Bismuth head out the town heavily armed with 4 other people. And you kind of get a feeling that they're probably going out there to stop whatever's coming to the town tonight.
Yeah.
So you can, with that in mind, you can go to bed, you can go up the tower, or you can go try to catch up with those guys if you do want to help the town.
I'm gonna go.
But you do remember seeing 4 people armed with traps leaving the town.
Yeah, I'm gonna go run back to the house, throw on my still damp breeches, grab my bag, and run back out. And I'm gonna go join Bismuth.
It will take you a little bit of time to do that, but I'll let you know how that goes.
Yep.
Meanwhile, the rest of you make it to the top of this tower, same description. Giant table lined with several chairs. There's now a rope put around it. There's papers scattered everywhere. There's quite a few pieces of board shit, specifically close to this bird's nest. There's probably about 7 or so bookcases. Some of them are better stocked than others, but they all are glowing very brightly. There's this weird contraption with 4 squares, 4 devices underneath it. And you can tell, like, the way to the 3rd floor is blocked due to, like, this puddle of gathering water as rain is pouring in through this hole. But there's paper scattered across this desk.
I'm going to, just for the sake of safety, I'm just going to take the rope and I'm going to pull it all the way up to the top of the tower again. Just so it's off the ground, so no one can follow us up.
Alright, so you
And
take
then-
a couple of minutes gathering this up.
Yep. And then when I have the time, I'd like to cast Find Trap.
Okay. What does that look like? How long does it take?
It's instantaneous, and it's 1 action, range of 120 feet.
So what does it look like?
I'll raise my hand to my mask, and I'll fan my hand out, and my irises will just glow a pure, brilliant red light from underneath my mask.
Okay.
It's just a single instance of light, and it fades.
Alright. You glance over this study, and you do notice that contraption, it has the aura of a trap, but it seems like it's only triggered if you do something wrong with it.
Is there anything else in sight?
Like I said, there's all of these bookcases. All of them, they're not trapped, but they are warded.
Because the wards show up as well.
The wards? Alright, then every single bookcase is behind some sort of magical ward.
Start looking at the papers then, in the meantime.
Alright, roll an investigation for me.
15.
15. Alright, looking through it, you speak common, which is good. There's several books open to different pages. You can see things written in Elven, things written in Dwarven, things written in Draconic. Most of them seem to be history books and stuff like that. And in front of the largest chair, there's a big open space. So it looks like probably someone comes down here, sets some stuff up, does some work, does some studying. This was the last materials they had out before them. But really nothing too vitally important catches your eye. And all of the pages and loose papers that are like scattered around, it looks like they're just pages that have been ripped out or destroyed by bullets.
I think this is just a reading room, guys. A study?
Gotta tell you, I was hoping for something shiny.
So was I.
Shiny!
Tap Tap gets
He
it.
did back to the same, like in your voice, right back to you.
There you go. You're getting it. I like this bird.
Call.
So, do we head upstairs? What's all this?
Give me a second. I'm gonna try something. So I'm going to take off my shield, and I'm gonna just whoever's near the front, so probably Tap Tap or A-Rod, I'll just kind of hold my shield out to you.
I'll take it.
Stay there. I'm going to pull at the black flame in my chest, that similar darkness that's always crept out. And I'm going to channel my divinity. And I'm going to sprint at every single glyph in the room.
You're going to do what?
I'm going to channel my divinity to reverse damage and turn into healing. And I'm going to sprint, so take a dash action, at every single glyph in the room.
Okay. How long does
Did
this
you hear that
last
from my
for?
books?
Let's start with that. 'cause
The wording says your turn, so I'm assuming 6 seconds.
yes, it would last for 6 seconds. So that's enough for kind of like... I guess if you start at them and you run around them, you could probably try to trigger 2 of them.
Yep.
Okay. Are you making the dex save, or do you want to just auto-fail?
I mean, channel divinity, so it's turning into healing regardless, so I'll just auto-fail.
Okay. So the first one hits, you're going to take 22 points of healing.
Ooh.
The next one hits, and you're going to take 15 points of healing.
That first one would have knocked me unconscious alone.
Me too. Yep.
But they're still glowing brightly.
Okay.
So you
So,
kind of like run into these, and there's just a shower of sparks, and as they like go to engulf you, you just feel like this warmth inside of you. And you move to the next one, and same thing, this large shower of sparks kind of engulfs around you.
Okay. I'll finish my dash and I'll come back and I'll hold my hand out to grab my shield.
I'll pass it back.
Well, so much for that. I think they might still be active.
I thought it was a good idea.
I will say
And
that
how are you not dead?
you do notice that the contraption has a much weaker glow to it compared to these.
Something I picked up along the way.
I'll say.
Does anybody here speak Abyssal?
I do.
Okay, little buddy. So, and I'm going to gesture over towards the stairs where there's the 4 letters. What do you make of this? At the bottom of the stairs, there is an R, a G, a P, and a B. Is there anything in the room that kind of would start with any of these letters, or do the glyphs look like they represent these letters?
You don't see a connection there,
Colors?
but it looks like that thing that so the thing on the wall, it's almost like a hole with a bar through it, and it looks indented as if you were supposed to reach in and grab whatever it is. While
Okay.
you think about this, as you make it home, Nikolai looks at you, he sees you getting dressed, and he just goes, "Oh, don't get yourself killed." And he rolls over and goes back to sleep. And Danny and Sarah seem like they've also settled back down for the night. And with that, you start getting your stuff ready, gathering your stuff, putting your weapons on. But you'll probably be about... What do you know? What do you wear? What armor do you wear?
I generally just wear simple leather.
Simple leather?
I'm gonna still be like pulling that stuff on when I run to catch up.
Okay, yeah, it's relatively quickly then. Alright, that's all I wanted to
I'm also going to leave most of my belongings behind. The few things that I think I will need, I'll just throw into pocket space. So then they see me running up to catch up with,
Yeah, and I'll let you know when you get to the edge of town and we'll figure it out. I just had to know what armor you wore, so I know the dawned off time. Anyway, sorry, please continue there, Shalashar.
So when I was running past, when I passed the glyphs to trigger them, did I run close enough to the door to see if it did anything?
That did not seem connected at all. These seem to be just words to protect
Those were...
the books,
Okay.
and the other thing is something else.
Okay, can I walk towards the handle in the wall without detonating anything? Like, do I feel safe doing it?
Also, by the way, the wording that you were looking at, that was that your channel divinity or your first level that you were using?
That was my channel divinity.
Your channel divinity. As a bonus action, you change all the damage that dealt to healing instead. Yep, never mind. We are correct on that. Thank you.
Okay. Can I get to the hole in the wall? The weird door glory hole?
Corruption.
I was wrong, actually. Sorry. So just so you're aware, the channel divinity, it's reverse the intent of your spells. If you wanted to do that, it would need to have been the preemptive intervention, which means you would have to have used 2 uses of it on your reaction. Because you have number of uses equal to your wisdom.
But that only halves the damage.
Yes, I guess so. So maybe you just did the first one. But remember, channel divinity is the intent of your spells for the rest of your turn.
Oh, okay.
That's how that works. It's not just a flat whatever. That comes later.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, just so the streamers aware, we are play testing some of the classes I wrote. And if you care, there will be a book coming out at some point. Shameless plug. So, instead, we'll just say you took 15 damage then, because I don't remember the numbers I told you.
Okay.
Fair?
Yep.
Alright. Now please continue for real, now that I've ruined your life.
Okay. Can I get close to the hole in the wall without triggering any of the glyphs?
Yep, you can walk straight up to it. Nothing. There's maybe like a faint sense of power coming off of it, but that's about it. There's like almost like that staticky feeling.
Yeah, potential energy. Do I feel like this is an arcane mechanism or some root in arcane magic? Or is it just like someone just got handsy with it?
You can safely assume that this thing is magical. One way or another. Without even making an arcane check, you're like, it's in a mage tower, I've seen a lot of traps, I see wards, I see more things
Chances are
here.
it's magic.
Chances are.
Okay, just want to be certain. So I'd like to use Borrowed Knowledge. I'd like to cast Borrowed Knowledge.
Okay. Tell me more.
So I'm going to turn my back to the group, and I'm going to reach up and take my mask off. And all the party will hear is a grotesque snapping sound. And then the black is going to pour off my chest and down my body. And I'll put my mask back on. It lets me draw on knowledge from spirits of the past. Choose one skill in which you lack proficiency. For the spell's duration, you have proficiency of the chosen skill. So I have an hour of arcane proficiency.
Nice.
So I'd like to make an arcane check on the mechanism itself.
To see what you can understand from it?
Yeah, and see if there's any correlation between that and the symbols I see in Abyssal.
Sure. Let's see what you got.
You're creeping me out more and more every time I'm with you, Salashar.
You guys just hear
Love
this
you.
weird sound.
The creepiest grandpa.
The creepiest.
So that one is a 21.
21.
Nice.
So, you kind of reach your hand towards it as you're just kind of trying to divine something from this. And it's weird. You just kind of get like this innate understanding. Almost like when you did this, you engaged something and now you're just kind of reaching towards whoever used to live here, and you're borrowing some of their knowledge, and it's coming to you, and it's this idea, it's a test, this thing that you're looking at, and it's divination in nature, and it's supposed to be knowing what comes next and knowing what's missing. It's a test of some sort, and you begin the test by grabbing whatever this is.
Based on the letters on the door, can I discern that it's like directional? Like the R would be right, B would be back?
You don't get that, but you understand that beginning the test isn't bad, failing the test is. So you could probably start it, and then you would be able to glean more about this.
Okay, I'll grab it.
Alright, so you reach out and you wrap your fingers around this thing, and it's very cold to the touch, and then it kind of warms to you. And underneath the glyphs flash, there's a blue light followed by another blue light. Then the one with the P shines purple, a green light flashes, a red one flashes, and there's a break. And then a blue one flashes, a purple one, a green one, and a red one. Then nothing. And you guys can see these lights flashing. You see the blue lights flash twice. You see the purple, the green, the red, and the purple, the green, and red again. So all of you in here can see these lights flashing in that order.
Purple, green, red.
Yeah, so it's blue, blue, purple, green, red. Blue, purple, green, red.
Blue, blue, purple,
Simon
green, red.
says,
And then what was the sequence for the second one?
Blue,
Purple.
purple, green, red.
letters, are they not?
Ashley, at this point, you've made it to the edge of town. Can you make a survival check or a perception check for me?
I can definitely try. Okay, where's the D20? You're feeling friendly today?
But you also feel now that heat stops, but you're unable to remove your hand.
So you said perception or survival?
Yep, and tell me which one.
They're both equally shit for me. That is only a 12 because I have a -1 to both.
A -1. Getting out here, you don't see them, but since it is raining, the ground seems softer, and you think you might see the trail they went.
Can I roll investigation?
Sadly, this was basically that for you. So are you going to try to follow this path, or what? Like, you get to the edge and you're like, I'm not a tracker and I don't see them.
I'm gonna just start walking up and down the road, looking for signs of these people.
Well, like I said,
I'm gonna
you
run.
think you might see it, but you're not sure if you do see it or not. So you
I'm
voted
gonna
down.
head down that way through the muck.
Alright, so you're just gonna say, I think this is it, and you're following that trail.
Yeah, fuck it.
Alright,
Fuck it.
got
I'm
it.
gonna commit. Let's go.
I'll get back to you in a minute. Meanwhile, Shala,
If
Koi,
I go,
Tap Tap.
if I go running for like 5 minutes and I don't see them, though, I'm gonna turn back.
Got it. I can do that for you. So you guys are up in this tower. These lights flash. Shala, your hand's stuck.
When the lights were blinking, where did the lights originate from?
They were originating from those 4 little stones. The one with the B shine blue, the one with the P shine purple, the one with the G shine green, and obviously, what color do you think the one with the L shined?
White.
Yes. You got it.
Can I touch them from here?
Yeah. They're directly below you. You are literally like right next to them.
Okay, can I touch the blue one?
So you touch the blue one, and it like shines, and then it stops, and then they shine again. This time it goes red, green, purple, blue, red. And then it shines again. Red, green, purple, green. And the blue one is no longer shining.
Red, green, purple, red?
You tell me.
Can I
You said it
touch
pretty quick.
the red one?
You touch it, and it shines with a red light, and then suddenly the water starts making its way up the stairs. Seems like the barrier is down, whatever you did.
Can I
Wait, the
take my
water is
hand
going
off it?
upwards against gravity?
So before it was hitting this barrier and not going on the stairs, now the stairs are getting wet. The
Okay.
barrier seems to have been deactivated, and you could continue up if you wanted.
Can I take my hand off the...
You let go.
When I ran past the glyphs that were on the bookcase, did they disappear?
Nope, those are still shining brightly.
Okay, so if I go back near them,
Yeah,
trigger.
you've opened the door.
Nice
Okay.
work, big guy. Give him a slap on the back.
I suppose.
I mean, you're pretty creepy, but still.
I get that a lot.
I imagine.
Well,
I'm gonna start
here
to
we
head
go.
upstairs,
Careful.
checking
Just-
for traps.
Yeah,
Well,
you keep an eye on that.
Make an investigation.
Investigation.
Yeah, you gotta get your face close. Very fine traps, you understand.
18.
18.
It was a 19, but I have a -1 to investigation.
Everything seems pretty on the up and up as you start making your way up. So the way these stairs work is they're like just sticking out of the wall, and the other side is completely open to the air, right? And it's, you know, like I said, about 8 feet tall roofs. So they're not super large staircases or anything like that. So you're up towards the 3rd level. And as you're making your way up, you can see what seems to be a bed with a very large canopy. There is 2 paintings on the wall. One seems to be a giant pantry filled with food. Another one is an empty gold throne with like red cushions. And then there's a small little desk next to this bed and a staircase that goes up.
Another staircase that goes up?
Yep.
Is there anything, any glyphs or anything on that one? Anything look weird?
Everything seems open from here. Make a perception check.
Yeah, I'm better at those. 16?
16. Like, you get the same description as you kind of like look around. Everything's very quiet, but from upstairs, you can hear the sound of like muffled voices talking. And then it repeats, and it's the exact same thing. And then it repeats,
Okay.
and it's the exact same thing. And it's almost like a 10-second loop of like 2 people telling a terrible joke where it's just like, and then I told her, not in my backyard. And then I told her, not in my backyard. And it just keeps going.
I'm gonna try to see if I can creep up then, like stealthily creep up and just kinda see if I can get some eyes on whatever that is.
Are the rest of you following as well, or what's the rest of you doing?
Is there anything else of note? Anything that stands out?
again, it's the same bed. If you want to go and look, you will notice, it's just hard for A-Rod to see, but as he's passing, he'll see this as well. There's a journal, and it looks like it's roughly about this thick with like a bunch of notes and markers and a quill tucked into it just on the side of the nightstand.
Does that joke do psychic damage for being so bad?
Can I use my shield and try and, like, sweep it off?
Yeah, so it knocks off to the side. A-Rod, you pop your head up. Can you make a stealth check for me?
I can. 21.
21. So you go to look, and you can see 3 pairs of boots. Looks like they're like sitting down or something. It's a little weird. And then you like take another step to get a little bit more, and you see the knees and they're bent. It's sitting. And then you see like just the faintest bit of something floating, and an eye stalk drops down, and you quickly duck out of the way. But there's
An eye stalk drops
there's
down.
something else up in that room, and it looks like it's looking towards the stairs.
I'm gonna kind of stealth my way back down and kind of give them a warning, like, hey, there's like, I'm gonna try to do it with hand signals, but then remember AC isn't here.
Are you yelling at the dog, James? That's rude.
The bird fell asleep.
Oh. Yeah. Alright. So, you giving them that warning?
Yes. And I'm gonna have my bow and arrow out and notch one.
What did you see?
I just some legs and then an eye stalk, kind of. Yeah, I had the same. Yeah, no, that's a good expression. I'm not really sure what's going on up there, but be ready for a fight. Maybe, hopefully not.
Besides that, like I said, the journal just kind of spills onto the ground, and the quill kind of scatters out of the book, as well as a couple of the bookmarks.
Kill the noise. Kill the noise.
Okay. I'm going to reach down and pick up the quill, the book, and just kind of hold on as I kind of waiting to see what happens. I just want to see what's happening with A-Rod.
Alright.
Flip to the back. See what the end says.
The journal?
Mm-hmm.
Do you do that?
I'm gonna keep watch on the stairs if anything starts to come down.
Alright, yep, then I'll tend to the journal. So I'll flip open the front cover.
Alright, it says the lifetimes and memoirs scratched out, journey scratched out, memories scratched out, and it's like a bunch of titles scratched almost the way to the bottom. Then it just says Journal of Oba.
How do you spell it?
OBA.
Oba.
There's a last
Okay.
name as well, if you care.
Sure.
Alright, this one I will tell you how to spell because it is a little weird. Salary. THALA''REE.
Apostrophe. Gotcha.
Oba Thalaria. Salary.
Can I look at the first page, and if there's nothing really of interest, then just kind of keep slowly skimming through it till I find something?
There's several dates. You get the general. Make an intelligence check for me.
Damn it. Actually, not as bad. 19.
19. So you skim through this. The first one, it talks about, it's like an introduction explaining who they are. You keep going. There's one part, and it's a chapter, and it says, "My interview with a smuggler." And parts of it are written in like a weird script, and you get the idea that he was talking to this person, he talked about some of the tricks they might have had, and there's actually like some spells written into this. You keep going, and there's another one that says, how to train an apprentice, and you keep going, and it's another one that says, the problem with liches, and you keep going, and then it says, the legends of Thorn Forest, and there's like several subsections in here. And then the book just kind of stops partway through. And there's nothing after like the halfway mark in this book. There are like pieces of paper tucked in there, and it looks like there are entries or ideas that haven't been filled out or moved into this book yet. It was a work in progress.
Can I start kind of poring over those and see if there's anything? Because I heard the repeating lines of whatever it was upstairs, correct?
Yeah. You can probably
Okay.
hear it now that A-Rod's mentioned, hey, be on the lookout, keep it down, sort of thing. It is going to take you a while to find this.
Yep, that's
so
fine.
while you're doing that, make an investigation check. Meanwhile, Cole and A-Rod, what are you two doing?
I'm taking like a good position where I can watch the stairs. If anything comes down, I'm trying to... Is there anywhere for me to hide here?
Behind the bed? You could
I
try
don't
to
know.
like get close to one of the paintings.
Yeah,
See
I'll
something
do
on the wall.
my best to kind of tuck myself into a corner a bit
Alright.
and just keep my arrow ready and like nod my head upstairs. Like, are we going?
Whispering. Not yet. Wait. I'm gonna move a little bit closer to the stairs and just stop, be very quiet, and see if I can hear exactly what's being said.
Not in my backyard. And then I told him, not in my backyard. And then I told him. And it's just that. Again, and again, and again. Every 10 seconds.
Whispering again. You guys ready to go? Everyone set?
You can see A-Rod's moved against the wall. He has his arrow out. And Ko's just kind of like... Sorry, not Ko. Shalashar.
Sal?
Yeah, is just kind of standing in the middle of the room, flipping through some pages, and it looks like he's looking for something in this journal.
Take it with you. We got some stuff to do. Yeah.
I'll go up first. If you guys want to like hang back and just...
Oh yeah, no, that's totally great with me. Totally, yeah, you go first. Yeah, I like that.
I'm just trying to see if there's anything in the journal, any entries, anything that would give us more information on what's happening.
Alright.
Might be more in the tower we don't know about.
Alright, you continue. If I get in trouble, you will absolutely know. I'll
Yell loud.
guess I'll heft my shield and spear and start slowly walking up the stairs.
Are you being stealthy about it or anything like that, or?
I know I am not stealthy ever.
Alright, so
I
you
do not have the skills for that.
start clomping up the stairs, and as soon as you get up there, this green floating thing turns towards you, and it has 5 eyes, 4 of them on eye stalks, and it just goes, "You! Who goes?" And it floats up higher as if it's trying to like look down the stairs past you.
Was that in common?
Yep.
I'll stand as tall as I can, being kobold, and I'll be like, I'm Kerr.
Just kind of like blinks at you, and it goes, "You have to stay. You don't come with Oba. You go no further than these stairs."
Okay, I won't.
Not in my
What?
backyard, no. It just kind of like lowers itself, so it's like looking at you head on with its big eye.
How's it going?
No, not. I'm from somewhere else. I'll lower my voice just so that the two of us can hear. Are you related to something else? You seem familiar.
I guard this tower. It is my job. I know not where I come from, only that this is Oba's tower, and I guard tower. I watch for the enemies. And he looks over, and you can see now there seems to be 3 illusions. 3 of them are sitting at a table playing cards, and then there's another 2 off in the corner. And then it looks at you and it goes, I don't think they're real. Those 2 only know one joke, but that one's cheating. And one of the eye stalks looks at one of the people that's like playing cards. I never trusted him. He cheats constantly. And it kind of like floats up and it starts looking at all of their hands. And then comes back to you. I don't know how to play this game.
Sorry, I don't know either. Well, what enemies do you guard against?
Anyone that's not with Oba.
Do you know where he went?
No. But that's okay. My contract is up in 89 years. So I just have 89 more years, and then I get the tower. I think. I don't know. It wasn't in my contract. I just guard. I make sure not in my backyard. And no cheating. And he looks at the people playing cards again and then back to you. You're not a cheat, are you? You wouldn't lie to Jitch!
I don't lie and I don't cheat.
You come alone?
No, there's some of my friends downstairs.
Oh,
May
you
they
have
approach?
Friends. Only to the stairs. No one passes this point.
Call back down. You guys can come up, just don't go any further than I am.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to be, a threat? I don't know what this thing is.
Oh! You underestimate me, do you? Jitch is
No, I
very
just don't know
powerful.
what you are.
Me?
What was the name?
I am perfect. That is all you need to know.
Yes.
Jitch
I
is
know
the
some-
best Jitch.
Hold on. I once knew someone that thought like you. They weren't perfect either.
Did they look like Jitch?
Yes, sort of, but
Then they weren't perfect.
more.
They look like Jitch, or they don't look like Jitch.
Oh, it looked like you, but more.
Impossible. And it just kind of like floats away, does a loop around the place, looks at the cards again. Not in my backyard.
Guys, little help? This is weird.
How you doing? I'm A-Rod. I'm just gonna kind of poke up behind him.
Another short name. I like short names. Who be
Me too.
you? And he like.
I'm
looks to-
A-Rod. It's a pleasure to meet you. Lovely tower. Really, really great stuff here. So you're not gonna kill us? No? No, is this
As
guy
long
real?
as you stay there.
Don't go any further than I am.
I'm gonna glance around the room. What's in this room with him? Like, get a really good look at it.
Alright, so, looking over this room, it seems not overly decorated or anything like that. He seems to be the biggest thing in this room as he's floating just off the ground. And then there seems to be 2 pairs of illusions. One is 3 people playing a game of cards, and another 2 people in the corner. One of them saying nothing, and the other one just keeps going. And then I told him, "Not in my backyard." Every 10
Oh, I've
seconds.
heard.
And then there's a staircase behind them that looks like it goes up.
Okay, I'm just gonna kind of stand next to Cord.
Sal, Tap Tap, you guys want to come up here and
Check
I
it
don't
out.
know,
No,
something?
the second you said we can come up, I was already beside you.
Okay.
Oh,
It's now like looking at you and Shalashar now, and Chich is like, "Who be you?"
I'm Sal.
Oh.
I found this journal down here. We
Count
actually
your
were-
name.
Celashar.
Count name. All of its eyes turn towards you, it's kind of like narrowing.
My name is
3.
Celashar. 3.
3.
Like
Good,
this.
good. I trust the short ones. And then it looks
Sal,
towards.
Shar.
And what about you, weird one? Do you also poop on the master stuff? He's like locks eyes towards you, tap tap. Tap tap, you alive?
They're
It's dead.
crashed.
Okay, got it. We'll come back to tap tap later. So you stay in tower? You leave tower?
Why?
You
We're
see
just
Oba?
leaving.
Do you know where he went?
Oba spends much time upstairs. That is why I am here. I guard the important treasure. But he hasn't been upstairs in a while.
Treasure, you say?
How long
Oba's
is it?
treasure. You no touch Oba's stuff.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Oh shit, Kai,
Oh,
do you think that was the... No, you think it... Oh, what was
we'll
the one
fix this soon,
downstairs?
guys.
First
No, I
floor?
apologize. Oh, looks like Tap Tap is working again now, so feel free to join in if you have anything to say.
Keep him talking, I'll be right back.
I start puttering, going down to the first floor.
Okay. Do you wanna... I'll let you know when you get there. Unless...
Go ahead.
So I found this journal, and it was. Prologue. Oh, Thallery. I'm trying to read my own fucking writing. But it was Oba Thallery, right?
Yes. The great
long-
seer.
We were actually asked to come look at the tower because no one's been here for a while. Do you know how long it's been since Oba was here? You said it's been a while.
Yes. It's been about, and it stops, 10,000 not in my backyards.
Yup.
Give or take a couple thousand.
Did Oba tell you anything? I know you're to guard, but did he say when you'd be back?
He had the
What?
best jokes, let me tell you. Oba was a visionary. He had this one, it went, and then I told him, not in my backyard. Yes, good joke, good joke.
Gets
yes.
better every time.
I have a joke for you. What does a fish say when it hits the wall?
Not in my backyard!
Damn,
I've heard this one before.
it's a classic.
At this point, go, you make it to the second floor. Do you want to go down the stairs, put the rope down? What's the plan?
Going. Basic plan: get all the way down to the first floor where those boots are. Check around, see if there's any bones, and see if I can find a skull, and then bring that back up.
Yeah. I'll say you could do that. We'll say you put the rope down, go down that way, and I'll just take you a little bit of time. Sorry, Ashley, I'll get back to you soon, but I love you. So I'll let you know when you
Don't
get
lie
back
to
up
me.
with your skull. It does seem like the glyphs are gone, though, due to the work of marbles, and there are several marbles scattered across this floor in all directions. So meanwhile, upstairs with Jitch. So again, you come looking for Oba. You have more jokes.
We came looking for Oba, and I found this journal, but what was his purpose? Did he do research? Did he live here? And you said you're on contract, so was it
89 years left, yes.
was your purpose to guard, or did you help him?
I guard. No one gets past Jitch.
Well, you said that we're not allowed upstairs because that's where his treasure is, right?
Maybe.
Would you mind if we looked at this floor? You can sit at the stairs, so we will not go upstairs. I
You
just
have
want to see
eyes. You can see. You look already.
Well, what if I wanted to play cards?
You don't know how to play cards. This game isn't real. It's an illusion. Cards don't exist.
Well, if
We can play dice.
Dice don't exist.
Okay. I'll just like put back the dice set that I was just pulling out. Like, yep, no, yep.
How
you're
do
right.
I know you exist?
How do we know you exist?
Make a wisdom save, A-Rod.
Oh boy. Womp womp. Hey, not bad. Not bad. An 18.
18. One of the eyes looks at you, and suddenly you just like feel this wave of confusion, and then you just go, "No, I'm real," and you you manage to like push it off. But for a second, you're like, "Do I?"
No further questions. I'm just gonna kind of start walking back downstairs.
did I find
Just like-
anything in the journal about Gitch?
Not yet. You could
Then
keep
I'm gonna-
looking if you wanted, but like you looked at it for a couple of seconds, and there's just subtitles here. So yeah, headings and stuff like that. Takes a while.
I want to take a couple steps back down the stairs and play a little bit more of a passive role. And I want to look for any information on Jitch.
Okay, so you step down with A-Rod, so now it's mostly just Tap standing there looking at this thing, and it turns its full attention to you. Small one. Are you real?
More real than you.
Like, looks taken aback, does another lap around, comes back and looks at you. Prove.
Gentle shove.
Like, moves away. Okay, this one is real. And at this point, Cole, you're like making your way back upstairs with the skull, and you can see A-Rods come down. Shalashar has their book out, and you can hear Jit speaking from the top. Okay, if you're real, then he's real, and then I'm real. We're still in reality. I figured it out. Nobody worry. Not in my backyard. He doesn't
You said it.
room.
Huh.
Got a headache.
Be right back, guys.
Wanna see something that's not real?
And I just hold up a mirror.
No, I just light a flame and then cast Control Flame and make this person appear in the flames, dancing and doing somersaults.
That doesn't look anything like me. Do you mean to insult me? And it starts moving towards you, going higher into the sky to look down upon you. You cannot imitate the perfection of Jitch.
I'm gonna pull out a mirror and just
Oh my god, I'm beautiful. Starts winking at itself.
You're real lady killer,
Is
Jitch.
it just an eye stalk?
It's one giant eye and 4 others.
It's a
Jitch
beholder
looks
kit.
like
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Oh, one of the lesser
Doesn't
beer
affect
holder things.
Yes,
Okay.
that is Jitch.
Yep.
I'll leave this mirror in front of it and see if I can, like, if I move behind the mirror, if they notice.
You see, like, one of the eye stalks is just trained on you. Just watching.
I just blow a kiss at the eye stalk.
Ugh. It, like, shivers. Disgusting. Legs. Ugh. At this point, Cole, you make it to the top.
There was this downstairs. Is this Oban? Obar? Oba? And I hold up
Oba
the
had
skull.
7 eyes. That is why he was better than Jitch. That thing has 2.
Oh, okay.
Eat it! I want to see you
It's-
eat it.
It's time to cast Disguise Self.
Put the skull in your mouth. Bite down.
Don't
Do what he says.
I
Bite!
I don't eat.
Do
bones.
it! This is
Why?
important.
Fine. I like gnaw on the jaw a bit. Yeah. See? Tastes nasty. I can't eat it. This isn't food.
Aspia is very happy she did not stick around now.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Disguise
Weird.
Self because I feel this is worth a spell slot. So I pull out my little alchemy bag and pull out a perfectly preserved eye.
Okay.
Don't know what eye. It's just there. And I mutter something under my breath, casting Disguise Self on myself. And I just make myself covered in eyes. All sorts of eyes, but I make sure that I have one beholder eye smack dab in the middle of my forehead.
Jesus.
And I just wink at this thing with my one big eye.
Thanks for the nightmare fuel.
It like winks back at you and then it's like, I don't know what happened, but
I became less real.
you're still insuperior, but I appreciate your ability to see. How many fingers am I holding up?
You don't have any.
Good! It was a trick question.
Ah. I'm gonna cast or use Divine Sense real quick.
Okay. There's an...
10 points of
Go ahead.
10 points of light just like pop into existence around my head. I just stare at it for a moment.
Are we having a staring contest? Is that where this is going? I'll have you know, I've never lost.
I believe you.
Turns over its eyes back towards you. At this point, Shalashar, as you've been looking through, you finally find something that says, like, how to defend your tower. And it goes on for a little bit and kind of trails off, and then it picks off another part as well. Roll an investigation check for me.
19 on the dice plus 22.
Plus 2. So 22 in total?
Yep.
Alright. You managed to just very kind of pick a couple of things up. And there's a bit of a story here that you understand. To your understanding, Oba wanted to start interviewing people, and he ended up hiring a couple of assistants.
Mhm.
One of them was this guy named Sven. Apparently he was a bit of an odd fellow, and he started asking questions about another person that used to live here. Some guy named Catherick, who was supposed to be a Lich, or someone trying to be, but he disappeared, and this apprentice seemed just completely enthralled with him. Apparently at some point, Oba found that his apprentice Sven was trying to make a phylactery, so Oba shadowed it, kicked him out, and then said, I can't let my tower be alone, so he decided to find a way to make a guardian. And Jitch is supposed to be this guardian.
Okay. Does it say anything from the chapters I looked through? Does it say anything in the loose papers about where he was going, what he wanted to do? Anything about?
There's a couple things that says, there's another chapter that says living with a spectator, and there's a bunch of do's or do nots. One of them is do not have a name with more than 6 syllables in it. Do not mention Sven, because he will go into a murderous rampage. Do not beat him at any competitions, because if you beat him, he feels like he needs to eat you. And then it also says, surprisingly, they don't really need to poop a lot, so at least that's good. And then there's another section that says, do they like belly rubs? And there's just a question mark. And then at the bottom it says, no, don't try again.
It's a little bit long page.
That's a negative.
That is important information that'll be relevant again later.
Good to know. No beholder belly rubs.
No spectator belly rubs.
Womp womp.
And there's also another part that says, contract. Apparently, this contract lasts for 110 years. He has 89 left. And then it says, if I'm alive, I'll get rid of it. If not, I guess it can live in the tower, but I'll probably have to kill it. Is the general gist of, what you pick up in this reading. There's also a couple other sections that says they tend to go crazy, they need company. It talks about Oba trying to, figure out how to do illusions, but then apparently the Beholder kind of fucked one of them and now it's stuck in a loop. And apparently there's a button someplace underneath that you can hit that'll, turn off the sound from the upper section so he could sleep without needing to listen to the joke on repeat forever. So there's a way to cast silence on the rooms above.
Can I try and discern where it is?
Yeah, it sounds like it's just pretty much in one of these drawers. You could just touch it and it'll turn off all sound in the 3rd room.
And that's where the illusions
That's
are.
where you are right now. It's the bedroom. The 4th floor is where Jitch is. And then the top floor apparently is where this old phylactery is. As well as, it mentions that there's a very large scrying portal, as well as something that powers the rest of the tower. And if you were to turn it off, all the magic on this tower would come apart. Jitch may or may not vanish when this is gone. He may not stay. This was kind of hinted at when it said, maybe if I'm alive, I'll get rid of him. Or if I die, maybe he'll have the tower. He doesn't know what will happen if you were to power down this tower.
Okay. I wanna kind of walk back up the stairs. So, do you sleep? I'm not super familiar with... Isn't it a little maddening?
I don't know
Dealing
what
with-
you're talking about. My health is top-notch. I know everything.
Oh,
I see everything.
I don't doubt it. You seem pretty much perfect.
Jitch is perfect. Smart of you to realize this.
Out of curiosity, is there any specific rule that Oba left that doesn't allow people to look around? We're not allowed to touch his things.
He
What?
says no one goes upstairs.
Did he specify which floor? Because technically we came upstairs to here.
You're right. Maybe
So
I
is-
should remedy this. Where do you
no.
think the line should be drawn?
The roof?
No,
I think the roof. I
We're
mean, that's
talking about stairs. You tried
Yeah.
to trick Oba. No, not Oba. Jitch, you tried to trick Jips. You changed the words of Oba.
I was just curious.
He says
I
no
mean-
one gets past me.
Well,
What if?
then why don't you stay ahead of us so we don't get past you? Like, is
Because
there
then
anything?
you would go upstairs. That is other rule. There are two rules. They go together. This is where it starts. Those stairs. And he looks at the stairs you're standing on.
Okay. So no one complains
Yeah.
at the stairs.
You're riding the stairs. You didn't go up the stairs. That is why it is fine, because you are on the stairs. But if you go up the stairs, then you are up the stairs. You're not riding the stairs. And then I will probably have to kill you.
Did the other people go up the stairs?
No one goes up these stairs except Oba.
Can we look around the tower downstairs then? I'd like to get to know this Oba. I found his journal.
I don't
He
know
seems
what's
like-
down there. I don't fit past this, and you realize he's too big to go down the stairs. I don't even know.
Is there a
I
window? in-
just knows this, but let's see if you know. How big is the tower?
Maybe 5 floors? I'm not certain.
5
It was a-
floors. I knew that. I was testing you. You passed. Good job.
Okay, thank you. I'm glad I passed the test.
It was 6.
6? It was 6. Oba has a very large tower. I was testing you. You failed. You passed.
So we can go up to the 5th floor.
I didn't say that. I asked you how big the tower was. No one goes past Jitch.
Can something not real go further up?
I don't know what you mean.
Well,
Well,
my
what if something
picture is-
wasn't real?
And I was
Wouldn't-
just imagining?
Well,
Oh,
we are real. The little one is not.
That one? It looks towards Tap Tap.
No, this one is real.
Which
the little one. And I'll gesture to Cord.
You're not real?
Actually, he speaks the truth. I am not real.
Prove it!
Waves vaguely in front of himself.
He bit the bone.
How do you know that
Guys,
wasn't
go
sound?
downstairs.
Where's the skull?
Guys?
I don't see the skull.
It's right here on the floor.
Pick it up.
Guy, I pick it up. Guys,
He's
go,
real.
Go down.
He's real.
Go downstairs for a minute.
I got
Everyone,
them.
just go downstairs.
Yep, way ahead of you.
Okay, yep, we'll go downstairs.
It has been a pleasure.
Not
Yes,
in my
truly.
backyard.
Absolutely not. You're right.
This point, I'm just gonna pop in a disc into, what did I name my rat?
Rascal.
No, their name isn't Rascal. I think it's Quack.
Quack.
Quack Quack. Yeah. I'm gonna put a new disc into Quack Quack, and it's just a really creepy old nursery rhyme. Like, imagine fall asleep, but to like ice cream truck music.
I hate it.
And I'm just gonna send it up the stairs.
Okay. Is it able to go up the stairs?
Well, it's a rat. So I'm gonna say
Little
yes.
mechanical rat.
Okay. Do you want it to go all the way up the stairs?
Are you prepared to pick up the
Or
pieces?
actually, you know, what's the nursery rhyme that ends with "Life is but a dream"? That one.
Alright. And you
Nearly.
send this thing upstairs?
Yep.
Alright. So it starts going up the stairs, and Oba, not Oba, just locks on it, he's watching it. And he's like, HALT! Don't go any further! And as soon as it crosses that threshold, you watch as it just slams
Wait.
its face on top of the
Wait.
rat and shatters it. And
No,
it just
wait.
slams its face again. And again.
As Grinch says, "Don't go any further," I'll just be like, "Who are you talking to?"
It's still smashing its face against this rat, just destroying it. And then it like looks at you,
Have even heard that
and it has
statement?
like a piece of metal sticking out of its forehead, and it goes, "No one, nothing was here." Flies around again,
Back.
continues to watch the guys playing cards.
I'll take a couple of steps up, and Can I
Okay,
get the pieces back?
I will
one
take your
I-
hand.
the one time I wish I had fucking illusory servant.
Whoops.
Well, I just want to grab the pieces. I'm not
No.
going up.
Climb stairs.
I mean,
What pieces?
I'm not climbing. And I'll sit on the stairs.
Okay, tap tap Sal, downstairs, go.
It like lowers itself and it opens its mouth super wide. It goes, "Put your hand out."
Scoot down a step.
It moves closer.
Ridiculous.
Ah! Do it!
Scoot one more. Dude, like, just the way he's getting too big.
It like puts its face completely against like the hole in the floor, and you just see its maw and like all of these teeth and this really long tongue.
Okay.
And then it flies back.
I really want to just like grab my hands around him and just yank him under the stone and see if I can get him stuck.
Well, you're too slow. So-
Give you $5 to try it.
And I'm dead. I'll back down to the second floor with everyone
Yeah.
else.
I do my little bird hop down. I'm sad about Quack Quack. I'll build a new one, it's okay, but still.
This thing like moves because no one's on the stairs right now. Like moves next to the table. Cool, you can see this, and it starts talking to the illusions. It goes, "Something's in my face."
I did not move downstairs.
All right, it's like it has an
I
eye
stayed up.
stalk, but it's talking to the people playing cards, and it's like, "Can you get this thing out of my face? Can you get this thing out of my face? Can you get this?" And then it looks at you. They're not real, and it comes back and like looks at you instead.
Okay, I moved like right up to the threshold. Gish, please come closer for a moment. I want to tell you a story. And then I'm
I
going
can
to whisper
hear
to
you
it.
from now. This seems
All
like
right.
Trick. You wouldn't trick Chich, would you?
Kerr always speaks the truth. And I whisper to him my origin story. And at the end of it, therefore, I am not real. May I pass now?
Roll a persuasion check.
Okay, hold on a second here. Things are getting awkward because it's so dark. Ooh, 12 plus...
Plus,
Can I
You said
get it?
persuasion?
Yep, persuasion.
You said persuasion?
That is what I said.
12 on the die plus 6.
Oh.
18.
What do you want to do upstairs?
I want to look around.
I can't leave this place, but if I find out you touched anything, I will leave this tower, and I will do unspeakable things.
I thought you couldn't leave.
I'll find a way. Chich is very smart.
Okay. I'm just gonna look around.
And if you see Oba, this never happened.
I won't tell him anything.
But no!
Bless you.
Can I see Core? Like, is Core at the top of the stairs with him? Or is he at the bottom of the stairs?
He's at the top. You see as Cole suddenly just moves past this thing.
Be right back, guys.
I'll get close to Tap.
As soon as like Cole gets out of sight, this thing just starts smacking its face against like the side of the wall, and it's like, "Take that, you rat! That's right, no one gets past me!" And it looks at you. It like just as you to keep going, it goes, "The rest of you stay down there, your friend's dead! Oh, he's so dead!"
you got him.
Awkwardly walk around the corner. Tap. Do you have any communication magic? Basically asking about message.
I'm trying to cast send so I can contact Newman, my beholder.
Oh.
Well, cool. You're up. Where are you going?
Next floor, start looking around.
Alright.
Can we actually go to see what's up with Atsy? Because it's been a while.
Yeah, if you guys don't
Oh,
mind.
I thought you guys had forgotten about me and I was just a ghost now.
Nope.
You are.
No,
I wasn't trying
I've been
to,
waiting to
but
see what's up with you.
things have gotten weird. So,
Clearly.
you've been running through these woods and you make it about
Yeah.
5 minutes and you see nothing. You turn around and you start heading back towards town. Can you make a perception check for me?
I can try. Ooh, that one is a 14.
14. As you're going, you're kind of like, God, I'm so... Jesus, why am I so hard to... And then you hear like this weird kind of like mechanical clinking sound. And the sound of like a couple of men like speaking in hushed voices. But for a dwelf, they're relatively loud. And it sounds like they were just a little bit farther than as far as you went. But the weather is starting to pick up. The rain is really starting to come down heavy here. And as I said, it's definitely more open fields here than anything else. So you don't really have a lot of shelters, like the wind is starting to whip through.
Yeah, I lick my wet hair back. Well, like the few flyaways of wet hair, I slick it back since I got a rod to braid my hair before.
Before the other caps and before you left, yeah.
Before.
You went to sleep?
I'm trying to remember the name. 1 second. Death Alley.
Huh?
Death Alley? The elf? Before they came and talked to us and brought us food?
Yes.
When we first got back, when we first got into the house, when everybody arrived, I sat down in front of Arod and I had him braid my hair back
Yes.
for me.
Tathalia,
And then-
Castalia. Yes.
And then Death Alley showed up. So my hair is freshly braided, I slick back the few flyaways, slide on the mud as I turn around, and I lightly jog to catch up with these people.
Okay. So you get there, and it looks like there's, like I said, the group, but 2 of them are missing. So there's just 2 people here, and they're setting up some bear traps, and Bismuth is like away from the group, and it looks like he has a very large crossbow, and against his leg he has another one, and across his back he has a 3rd heavy crossbow, all of them loaded. And he's just like standing sentinel in this rain as people are behind him setting this up. And 2 other people are nowhere to be seen.
So I walk up, I have no discernible weapons, I am in my leather armor. With, I imagine I have an oiled cloak, but like the hood's fallen back and I just haven't fucking kept bothering to put the
Yes.
hood back up.
It would be
running.
difficult to keep up in the wind anyways.
Yeah.
You can see like the guys that are working, they're like hunched way down so the wind is being caught on the top of their heads.
Yeah, I'll attempt to, now that I'm no longer jogging, I'll attempt to like pull it up over my head a little bit.
Right?
And the only noticeable piece of equipment on my person is like the leather armor, the cloak, and a bag of pickling. I approach them, and I give the man like, oh, lazy salute. Anything I can help with?
Well, doesn't look like you brought anything. And he's like yelling.
At this
into the
point,
wind.
I go like this, and I have a dagger in each hand.
That's a pretty trick. What else you got?
I can hide most anywhere,
Well, we
and
think...
I'm good with my knives too.
And then he gestures off towards the distance where you see... So Thorn Bluff is built into the bluffs of Thornforest. So right here it's all this kind of cleared farmland, and as you see, it extends for quite a few miles back towards Red River. Thornforest, on the other hand, if you were to keep going south, is just, as soon as you go up this hill, it's overgrown as hell. The path just kind of disappears into this thicket. The trees here, you're not sure if it's branches or spikes, and then these branches are covered in spikes. Or maybe more branches. Like, it's like the hedge from hell. Just one tree into the next, into the next, into the next.
Okay.
Something is going to come out of there. We're going to get it before it gets to there. And he points back towards the town.
Well then, guess I better take up a position, shouldn't I?
So with that, he just kind of like turns his attention back that way. If you see him, Cooper is supposed to be in the trees now, and he's going to let off a signal to let us know what it is. Red is for bear, blue is for wolves, or the yellow one, anything else.
Okay, so red is for bear, blue is for wolves, and yellow is anything else?
Yep, we only had 3 colors. Those seem the
No,
most
not
important.
the 2 most important ones anyways. And I'm gonna yeet myself up a tree, find a nice place to hunker down, and pull my, I do have a ranged weapon. Which ranged weapon do I have?
I think you just had a sling.
As you start going up this tree, Bismuth yells, I wouldn't do that! If it's yellow and it's an iron bone, you're gonna die before you get out that tree!
Would I know what that is?
Yeah, you're aware that it's a bird with a 10-foot wingspan with literally a steel rod of a bone in its wing that's known
Okay,
to
well
crush
then,
your
I'm-
windpipe when it collides with you.
Okay, I'm gonna go hide by a tree then, I guess.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start toying with cause I've got darts, I've got a sling, I've got my daggers, got a short sword. I'm just gonna keep switching out whichever weapon I'm holding, like switching
Like a
in and
kid
out
in a
of my
candy
pocket.
shop, you're like, I don't know what I want.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just.
Okay.
Do I want my daggers? Do I want a dart? What about the sling?
Alright.
But I do still have the flasks of oil on my hip. I don't have as many flasks of oil as I would like anymore.
Alright. Do me a favor, roll me a percentile, and then we'll get back to you in just a moment or two here. I just want to quickly deal with Cole, and then we'll get back to you. And everything should wrap up nicely. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Oh man. Okay. Oh. Try it, give me some luck. The puppy sniffled it. 77. It's a
Okay.
repeating. I like that.
Me too. I love that for you.
I wish it was an even number, but we can't all be. We can't win everything, I suppose.
Alright.
Can we call it 69?
So,
That's an odd number.
we have an option here. We can either deal with Cole quickly, or we could take a break and then come back. Or we can take the break after we deal with Cole.
No break, please.
No break? Alright. Cole, where are you going?
Moving up, looking for any open windows.
It's just that staircase that goes up, and besides that, there's 6 windows on this level. All of them are these same giant, solid glass panes that look out.
Okay, I'm gonna move up level by level,
Roll
seeing if I
a
can find any
perception
open
check
ones.
for me, quick.
perception. 15.
15. You can see off in the field, Assy, Besmit, 2 other figures off in this field, and you can see, it's very difficult to tell from here, but you can see one of them's like gesturing broadly towards a thing, and then you see Assy kind of moves away towards a tree.
Oh, that can't be good. I better hurry up. Level by level, seeing if I can find an open window.
No? So are you going up the stairs then?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Let me just restart my music because I'm dumb. Alright, so you go up to the last level, and at this point you can see a roof. There's no staircase going any farther. Within this circular place, it's slightly larger than the others, probably by about a 5-foot radius. In the middle of this room seems to be some sort of circle with a chair in the middle. There's a very large mirror that is actually like 8 feet tall. There's 7 windows in this room as well, and there's several like little reflectory kind of mirrors that look like they're set up in a way to like reflect the light around here. There is a large crystal on a pedestal that seems to be cracked in half, and then there's another large stone within a glass housing. And the last thing you notice is also a pair of what seems to be like gloves that are like hung and hanging off of the back of the chair.
Damn me, my phone message.
What would you like to look
Alright,
at first?
I'm gonna go to each window, and I'm not gonna touch it. I'm gonna use my spear to see if any of them push open.
Nope, they're all just solid glass.
Is this like an open roof?
Nope.
There's nothing like
Nope. Closed off.
no roof. Oh, it's closed off. Okay.
So you just have that
is there
ceiling over top of you.
and no way up onto the actual roof?
Nope. You get a feeling that this is probably to keep Jitch inside more than anything else. He does not... Oba did not want latches on these things. He did not want, you know... The staircases are just small enough that Jitch can't fit through. So... Same with the windows,
Well,
no latches. Nothing like
Curiosity. Were all of the staircases too big for... too small for Jitch?
that. It seemed like he... From what you could tell, probably. Because you didn't get...
Okay, so he's kind of stuck on that floor.
Yeah. Except maybe the one on the back is a little bit wider, but it was hard to tell as you had a giant spectator in your face. And a really good joke, not in my backyard, playing again and again and again and again. So
We can kind of assume that- Okay.
I'll do my best to remember what all is in the room, and then I'm gonna go back down to the others.
Okay. So you just quickly give it a little glance and say, alright, good enough. Not fucking with anything, just take a look and leave.
Nope, I made a promise. I promised I wouldn't touch anything,
Alright.
so I won't.
So you rejoin with the rest of the group.
When
As he sees you coming, Jitch goes, "Since you are well behaved, I will return your friend this one time. Behold!" And he flies up, and you see Cole walking towards you guys.
You're very gracious, Gitch.
while that's
He is
happening, can
truly
I look outside where we climbed up and see if there's anything else vertical that I can climb up, or
Do you want to, like, you're going all the way outside, or you're just looking out one of the windows? Because in the bedroom, there's 5 windows you can look out.
well, where I climbed up with the rope?
Yeah, so the
I
second
want
floor.
to. Yeah, I want to look out the hole in the wall and see if there's anything else vertical. I want to see if I can.
Just the floating stones around this immediate hole.
And
But
everything else.
besides that, everything else, like the rest of this tower, has always been perfectly smooth, as if it was made by magic.
Okay.
Maybe if you got something on the roof and anchored somehow, as there's like 7 windows with like, you know, a little point to them, but like there's no way to really know if it would work. The roof is probably just as smooth, and you would need something to adhere to, maybe, instead of something to grapple to. So, Cole, what do you say to the group when you get down there?
Well, guys, I happened to see something outside. It looks like Assie and the others are about to spring a trap. Maybe we should leave this alone for now.
Wait, what? They're about to what?
They're like setting up a trap or something.
Oh shit. Well, I mean, what else are we doing here?
I
There's a
don't think we
button
can
on the
get past
top
that.
floor. There's a way to deactivate the magic in this tower. I'd really like to try and press it.
Correction. There's a button to turn off the sound so the guy can sleep on the 3rd floor.
Yeah, but there's a way
But
to
there's a
turn.
crystal on the top level that powers. It's not a button, it's a
Okay, it was a crystal. Did the journal say anything about how to activate or deactivate it?
Nope, wasn't mentioned. Just crystal protect.
Wait, did you say crystal? I saw a crystal up there, but it's cracked.
You saw 2 crystals, one in a box, one's
Ah. Okay, 2.
There was, yeah, there.
Look, I'll tell you guys everything that like I saw up there, but maybe we should go check on Assie and the others.
I agree. I don't think we're making much headway here.
Yeah, this is something we should probably take some time to think about. And that thing isn't really going anywhere, so not a threat for now.
For now, you're right.
Now,
Tap tap. You do hear a scraping sound, and then you hear like the sound of like metal jingling, and you can see that Jitch is using his face to sweep the remains of your shattered rat down the stairs.
Would you like some help? With
No.
your face and...
You've helped enough. I will keep this as a souvenir. The wound's just bleeding. So, with that, you guys are planning to stay, go, what?
I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, I'm going.
I suppose.
I think we found all we can find here for now.
I suppose we have to leave. I'm gonna leave the rope here.
Oh,
Dangling?
Yep. I mean, if someone else wants to come into the tower, they're either gonna trigger the traps and die, or they're gonna get eaten by the beholder.
yeah.
So-
I agree. Good idea.
There's literally no reason that we have to worry about this.
And Tap Tap, are you staying, going? What's the plan?
I'll follow the party. I can revisit this at a later date.
Alright. So while you guys are doing that, Assie, you're outside in this field.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're out there, suddenly from the woods, you see a flare goes up.
What color is it?
Red.
So pale, right?
And then you see another flare go off. And it's yellow.
Oh, fuck me.
And then another flare goes off. And it's yellow. And Bismuth goes, 3! 3! And at this point, you see up the top of the hill a very large bear. Its fur is looks wooden in texture. Almost like plates. And you watch as this thing kind of bends its head over towards its feet and then it curls into a ball and starts rolling down the hill towards you guys at a very impressive thing. And you watch as Bismuth shoots his crossbow, collides with the bear, and the bolt bounces off. Can you roll initiative for me?
Can I also throw something from my sling as well?
That
Since I have
depends on
that
your
up?
initiative.
Fucking
Doesn't
20.
20? That means yes.
Not 20 plus 3.
That means yes. You may indeed do that.
Okay. So I've got my swing with me. I just whiz, 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 and I throw out, and I'm gonna throw with my sling one of my oil flasks.
Okay. What's the range on your thing?
The sling's range is, the maximum range is 120, and I would just keep, like, whizzing it
So
until
soon-
it gets within that 120
I know,
range.
I just wanted to know how close it was before you
Yeah.
attacked.
And I'm gonna, as I loose the thing, I'm gonna say, oil incoming! So that way somebody else will hopefully know that I am attempting to light this thing up with oil.
We'll find out.
That is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 to hit.
That will hit.
Beautiful. So a flask of oil just, like, I'm guessing splatters across the...
You can roll, like, we'll say 1d4 of damage.
Well, the biggest thing is I want it to be covered in oil, so hopefully
I got
somebody else
that.
can light it up.
I'm well aware of what you're hoping.
Put it in texture, throws oil. Yeah, you want to shock him to death.
Fucking fall on the dice!
That's fine.
Plus my dexterity of 3, right? Or just flat 4 because it's
Yeah, it's just
flat
a
from
flat
oil.
pull because it's like an improv thing.
'Kay.
Right. So oil
Fair enough.
collides with this thing. Can everyone else also do me that beautiful favor of rolling initiative for me? Just so that I know where you guys are. I'm assuming Ass is going first.
I got a nat 22, 23 total.
Ah, same!
Who has a higher dex mod?
I think we both have plus 3.
Yep.
Roll off for me, you two. Rollies.
Okay, that is 18 on the die.
Oh, tap first.
Tap, did you roll your second time?
They
Yep,
work on
it was a
19.
19.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, that
This is
came
where
in
my
close.
good rules come in.
13.
Okay.
And I can't even blame the dice. It's a fucking...
So, everyone else then, we got anyone else 15 to 20. Shalashar, hey?
19. And you always say my name wrong.
That sucks. Pick better names.
It's silly gibbet.
Cole, what did you get? 13. And A-Rod, what did you get?
18.
It's pretty
18? Jesus Christ. So you're actually before Shalashar then, right?
I got a 19.
Yeah, he got a 19.
Oh, Jesus. Guys, I'm dumb.
Agreed.
But at least I'm pretty.
Says you.
Pretty smelly. I'm going to die today, aren't I?
We'll find out.
Episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Alright. So, Tap, as you are oddly the first one out of this building, you can also see as one flare goes up, followed by 2 more. Where are you going? Where are you headed? What are you generally doing?
Where did the flares come from?
From the south.
I'll head south.
Right? So you're just gonna start making your way through. You
Making
being
my way
hasty
down,
about
down.
it, or you just kind of like head down against the wind, just trying to like keep it down? Because it is raining badly at this point.
I'm gonna hike up my cloak like a medieval lady. Okay.
That's like the Baba Yaga. It's just
Yeah.
a house.
Holy God, our loins, people!
Okay.
Just like James' ankles just running in the wind.
Yeah, my little talons going tap, 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 tap.
Got it. And then Assy, it's your turn. This bear is about 90 feet from you.
Okay. So help is going to be at the very fastest 5 minutes away. I'm guessing, because it took me 5 minutes of running to get here.
Good math.
So
It's okay, that's what the other flares were for. I'm well ahead of you.
I'm gonna be I do not want to get out close to this thing, so I take a full move action out of its path directly to the side. I'm trying to keep moving towards town instead of further away from it right now. So 30 feet away and towards the town, and this time I'm going to throw. I'm gonna throw a dart.
Okay. Shalashar, you're up next right after Bismuth and the bear.
Yep.
Followed by...
Ooh, I do not think that is going to hit. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 to hit.
14 to hit?
Yeah.
That... I think actually hits. It does hit.
Oh wow! I did not think that was going to hit. Okay. Okay. And then that is just a dart. That's only a d4. 3 on the die plus 3.
3? Okay.
So 6
Sticks
damage.
in, and there's like this dull thud as if it like hit wood. But the dart's stuck in this bear.
Okay, so at least it's stuck.
Bismuth, on the other hand, is going to use his bonus action to chuck
Oh
the
wait,
cross.
what I get my sneak attack damage?
You didn't stealth, so I'm gonna say no. Keep it in mind.
Actually no, I said I was going to hide behind a tree before.
You whipped a pod at it, so you're not stealthed.
Yeah,
And
but
then
when
you
I
said,
when I was
I'm going to move this way without stealthing, and you said I'm gonna throw a dart.
Yeah.
can
you
I
can
bonus
fly.
action?
You
Can
could
I-
next time. I'm gonna keep
Can
this going.
I
Your turn is taking a while. Quicker.
fucking hell.
I'm sorry, but on top of that, there's no one around it. You're in the middle of a field. It kind of knows you're there. Sneak
Yeah.
attack,
Can
even
I
at the
bonus
best of
action
times.
hide
here.
then? Before the end of my turn?
Sure, you can do that.
Okay, I'm gonna bonus action to hide. That is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19, no, 18 died, sorry, I counted one too many.
Okay. That's your turn?
Yes.
Alright. Bismuth is going to throw the crossbow that he shot at this thing, and it goes wide. Then he's going to run behind the bear traps that were set up, and he's gonna shoot again. And it, like, looks like it actually sticks in this bear, but it's still going. And the bear's still rolling, and it's moving really quickly.
Okay.
And you watch as this thing rolls towards Bismuth, over top of the bear traps. Both of the bear traps snap down on either side of this thing, but it like flattens Bismuth and keeps going to the town. Shalashar,
I take a dash action
which way?
towards the bear. Towards whatever
You don't know
nonsense.
which. You're in a walled town, baby.
Yeah,
You
but
wanna head? You could.
Core
go-
told us where he saw them,
Yeah, yeah.
and I know which way we came in the town.
Cole said I see them outside. Then you saw
In the
flares
field.
go up.
Yeah.
So the question is, do you want to go towards you're just heading towards the flares, then, yeah?
Yeah, like, I know the way we came into town. He said that they were out in the field, and I see the flares, so I can kind of
And you're
discern
taking a
which
dash
way I need to go.
action. So you bust out past that way, past Tap Tap, who's hiking it up.
What? Me? What? We have the same speed.
Did
Yeah,
you-
tap tap hiking up their pants was them taking a dash action.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just looking for the word dash action. So you guys moving
Oh.
roughly the
Good
same thing.
flavor. Dun, 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 dun.
Well, I'm not gonna say. Well, you used your action. You don't have a held action. For all I know, Luca's holding an action. So unless you say dash
Yeah.
action, I'm not assuming a dash
Sure.
action's being
It's
used.
No,
called
that's what I meant by booking it.
Got it.
a book action.
And you guys make it to the edge of town, and you can see this giant bear
Oh,
that has.
shouldn't! It's 45,000 feet away. If I was running for 5 minutes
I know. It's
and I'm
away.
moving at 90 feet a
Did I say you're next to it or not? I said you see it. They can see a bear. Chill. I got it.
snap.
You can see a bear with 2 bear traps on it, a dwarf, a dart, and a crossbow bolt. And it's like just... What's that game where you like roll up towns and shit to like build a galaxy? It starts with a K.
Ketamine.
It's not that. But anyways, it looks like that thing rolling
guess.
towards you guys. And it's a ways away. It definitely is a ways away. The other thing you can see off in the distance is what seems to be 5 or so squirrels with really massive claws charging down the hill as well. Anyways, there's 2 humans there, and you see one of them gets jumped on by these squirrels, and there's just like... It's not going well for this person. They're getting eaten alive by squirrels. It's terrible, really. And then A-Rod, it's your turn.
Dash, dash, bonus action dash.
You're booking it there too. Cole, you're up.
Following everyone, dashing.
Do this now.
Alright. The other 2 humans are relatively close. They were the ones setting up the bear traps, and they start shooting arrows and whatnot towards this bear as well, but it doesn't look like it's going well. And at this point, Shalasha, you also see a very large bird that is circling above the forest, and it looks like it kind of like locks on Cole, and it starts diving that way. But it's going to take a while to get there, but it is faster than pretty much everything else. And with that, we get back to Tap Tap, who I assume is dashing, because you have about 4,000 feet to cover.
Yep.
And then we get to Assie's turn.
Oh wait, so the bird. How far away is the bird? Like a couple turns still?
A couple turns, yeah.
Okay, because
Sadly,
the first,
everything's pretty far.
yeah, as soon as the bird is within 120 feet of me, I'm gonna attack it.
You won't have to hold your action this turn or next. You can...
Okay, just let me know. That's my plan.
Yeah. A-Rod, I should ask, are you dashing, and then cunning action to dash again?
Yes.
Okay, so you are pulling ahead of the group then.
Okay.
Alright. Assie, you're up.
Okay, so the bear went fucking past us, right?
Yep, it's probably about 60 feet behind you now.
Okay, and
And then there's several squirrels that are shredding 2 people on top of a hill about 200 feet from you as well.
200 feet in front of me?
Up the hill, but yeah, generally in front and up.
I mean, like, away from the town, essentially.
They're farther than 200 feet from the town. They would be almost 5,000 feet from the town.
Okay.
Based on your calculation.
Yeah, there's no way I'm going to catch up to the squirrels at this point, so I'm going to run. Bonus action to run. As I'm doing so, I'm going to pull out
Running which way?
after the bear.
Alright, so like I said, the bear's like about 60 feet from you.
Yeah, it's 60 feet. I can run. I can bonus action run, and I'll be in 60 feet.
Yep.
I should be coming up behind it, so hopefully I'll have sneak attack this time.
I guess we'll find out. Roll to attack.
Okay, and I'm going to take out my short sword. If I'm wielding a short sword and a dagger, that'll be 2 light weapons. I can attack with both of them, right?
It takes a bonus action to attack with your offhand. You used your bonus action to dash.
Yeah, I'm bonus acting to dash. Okay, I'll just use my short sword then, and I'll. Yeah. I need to learn a fire spell at some point. Ooh, that is 14 on the die plus 5.
That will hit with
Oh,
your
19.
sneak attack.
Okay. And I get sneak attack, you said?
I did.
Beautiful.
And Shell will
Extra
show you up
damage.
next, so just be ready. Followed by
Does it-
A-Rod and then Cole.
Does
That
anyone
is 5.
metal?
I would if I was a Forge Cleric.
17.
17 points of damage. So you stab into this thing, but you can tell you're not cutting as deep as you thought you would due to the height of this creature, as your sword kind of like glances off of it. Beautifully aimed strike. Still, something just doesn't quite go. But it did get the attention of this bear. Bismuth is still on it, and you can see he's like hanging on with his teeth at this point, and he's like pulled a dagger out, and he's like stabbing into the side of this bear. And the bear is just, it kind of like screeches to a halt and like unrolls itself. It's
I would
going
like
to make
to use a free action and say, I have regrets. In Dwarvish.
that is a 20 on the die, and I
Yeah,
apologize
I'm gonna
for everything that's about to happen to you.
I have regrets.
On the plus side, it wasn't a high roll on this die, so that'll only be 10 points of piercing damage.
That is,
And then it's going to flop on its back to try to get this dwarf off. And as it does, you just hear Bismuth go like, as he's like flattened by 1 ton of bear.
only a
Shot.
ton.
1 ton of bear, title of your sex tape.
3 tons of bear, actually. Go big or go home. Shot. I assume
I'm
you're
running.
Are you casting any spells to buff or anything like that, or just dash action, get me out of here?
I do not have long stride or anything, so I am willing myself to go faster, like the orcs.
You do notice the iron bone that has like it looks like it is diving
It's gonna dive.
towards Cole.
Yep.
But it's gonna be a little bit to get there. Then we get to the squirrels that are having fun with people. Whatever's happening on that hill is unholy, and with the rain and the blood, it's just the entire side of that hill is now just turning red and just like running down. A-Rod.
Is this? Do I see this bird?
Yep, and it might even be in range pretty soon here for you. Probably on the next turn, you might be able to shoot at it.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay,
I think
I
max
gotta-
range with the longbow is like 900 feet.
600. Although,
For a
well,
longbow.
no, well, it says range 150, but
Well,
600 next to it. Either way, I'll.
Longbow's range is 150, max range is 600.
Yep.
You can still attempt to hit beyond that, but it'll be a disadvantage if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I'll wait it out. I'm gonna dash, but use my cunning action to hide. Just to try to kind of draw a bead on this bird. I guess I'll hold my action. Oh wait, no, I guess I can't because I'm using all of it. But I'll try to attempt to hide. I have Mask of the Wild and it's raining, so I can easily try to bonus action hide myself. You want me to roll a stealth check? I'm trying to get the jump on this bird, basically.
Alright,
And a 16 on the die, so a 23 stealth.
alright, you think you're stumped.
And I'm just keeping my eye out on this bird. Like with the second it comes into range.
You got it. Besides that, I assume Cole, same thing as always? For
If
now,
I
at
have
least?
not noticed, if I haven't noticed the bird, yeah.
Alright. And then with that, we get back to Tap, who I assume is moving, and then back to Assy. Unless there's anything else you want to do, Tap, besides running?
So there's only animals out, right?
Yeah. If you guys want, I can assume you guys are just running, and I can tell you when you're actually in range if you want. But just let me know how you want to do this.
Okay, take down the flying motherfucker, cause how dare you fly when I can't?
Not in range yet. It's gonna take a little bit still. 4,000 feet is 4,000 feet. I apologize.
This town isn't big enough for 2 birds. But yeah, I'll attack the bird once it's in range.
Okay. Assy,
Yes.
well, back to you.
Yes.
This bear is on its back, flattening a dwarf. And it
Does
looks
that mean
mad.
that it counts as prone? Question mark?
Not really, because it's like made to roll around like a psychopath. So,
Okay.
sadly.
I'm still going to attempt to hit. I've got a short sword in one hand, dagger in another hand.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit and bonus action hit. No, I'm just gonna hit with one. I'm just gonna hit with one. So I don't think I want to be here very soon.
And you will
Okay,
have
that is-
advantage on this.
I have advantage.
Technically, it's being flanked.
Ooh, ooh, ooh! Nat 20.
Okay.
How was a 16 and a 20?
I'll be right back. I'm just dashing.
So that is sneak attack damage. That is short sword damage, and then double dice because critical.
Yes. Double your dice. Is correct.
Oh, Connor, 2 8s. I'm not even fucking with you.
Oh, I believe you, but don't worry. We're good. We're good.
Okay,
And then you
so
have +3 for damage.
20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Sneak
28
attack.
damage. Okay.
How is he looking?
Doof. I don't know what's going on with you, Mike. Talk quickly.
How is he looking?
Alright, good. That fixed it. Thank you.
I think that might have been because Dad was stomping up the stairs.
It still looks pretty fine because again, you slash into this thing hard, but due to just the way its full is, you know, these wooden plates, it's not as effective as you would think.
And he's still technically being flanked.
Yes, because Bismuth is literally on its back
I'm
and alive.
risk it for the biscuit, and I'm going to bonus action hit with my dagger. That is 15 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. I don't get sneak attack with the offhand, do I?
No. You only get 1 sneak attack per turn.
Yeah. That is only 2 damage.
2 damage as you like slash into this thing again, but it's a much weaker hit. Bismuth, on the other hand, is also following
I'm
you.
also going to back up.
It'll get an opportunity attack against you.
Oh.
You're a rogue. This is bonus action.
I bonus action hit with my dagger.
Oh.
What is the regular people rules for disengaging? I have never attempted to disengage unless I'm a rogue.
It takes an action to disengage. Rogues take a bonus action.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna stand here and I'm with free action just for flavor, so I remember to do this next time. I'm gonna start fumbling through pocket dimension space, rooting around for my tinderbox.
Okay. Got it.
He's
Bismuth
oily. I need to fix this.
is gonna keep stabbing at this thing as quickly and as hard as he can, but it's same effect as you, as this thing is rolling and being really pissed. It's going to swipe at you with its paw. Does a 19 hit?
Yeah. That hits.
That hits. Okay. That is going to be 5 points of piercing, slashing damage.
Okay, somehow still good.
Okay.
Somehow still good.
And then it is going to also again start rolling and just try to crush Bismuth. And he is not looking very good. He's probably looking worse than you at this point.
I'm down to 9 hit points. Like, I just spat up blood.
I assume you're still jogging like a good boy. You can again see in the distance as the squirrels go. It looks like the 2 people on the hill are dead. They are gone. And these 3 squirrels are now continuing their rampage down the hill. A-Rod.
Yes, is the bird in range?
It looks like it will be on its initiative if you wanted to hold your action.
Yes, I will hold my action and stay hidden best I can. Hopefully get a surprise round on him when he swoops down.
Alright. Cool. I assume you're also still book and cheek. I'm not sure if Cole is there. I'm going to take that as a yes. So Tap Tap, do you have any spells with a 600-foot range?
No.
No.
Yeah.
I assume
go
you're
flip on the
dashing.
bird.
So then that gives us a rod. Your held action goes off.
Huzzah! Sneak attack. Do I get surprise on this?
Yes, it's like
It's not
zero
expecting.
focused on the delicious looking lizard.
Well, fantastic then.
Yeah, very
That's
much
a
noted.
19 on the die for 24 to hit.
That will hit.
Fantastic. And we're gonna do 15 points plus
Assy, you're up next.
10, so 25 total.
It hits, and this board is like spiraling down, like it's doing evasive maneuvers, but it looks like it's still like it has its heart set on trying to get some sort of meal. It hasn't been fully detoured, but it is like bobbing and weaving now, with a
Good,
giant arrow shaft like sticking out of its collarbone.
Excellent. I'm just gonna, well, no, never mind. Yeah, that's it.
Alright. Meanwhile, at the bear, the other two humans have now moved up to try to help as well, and they have hand axes, and they're like swinging into this bear, but one of them is, you don't know if he's ever held an axe before, and he like goes to hit, and it turns in his hand, and he just like, it's wood against wood, and you're like, embarrassing. But with that, it's your turn, Assy.
Shame on you, sir. Okay,
I'm dying over here, do better.
I want to pull my tinderbox out of my pocket space. And can I try to light this thing on fire as an action?
You can, but I will remind you, it is raining heavily, and windy as hell.
Ah, damn. Okay, well,
So you might need more than a tinder box to start a fire on a wet, full wooden bear.
I was hoping with oil, but you make a good point. So I'm just gonna hit it again with my short sword.
You have sneak attack and advantage.
Advantage is lovely. I need that. That was a 7. Oh, that is much nicer. That's a 14 on the die, so 19.
19, that will hit. Shalasha, if you have anything with a 600-foot range, you'll be able to hit the board. Fair enough.
That's it.
I will
That's all I got.
take that into consideration. At least we all see the joys of a longbow now.
They're pretty great.
Really good at close quarters.
When you get that
What
sharpshooter
was your
feat,
damage,
forget about
Assy?
it.
That is only 13 this time.
13 this time. The bear's finally looking a little bloody.
And I'm going to bonus action disengage to back up because I cannot take another one of those paws. Like, my one hand is like holding my ribs where he gouged into me earlier on that second hit. Like, oh.
Good call.
I'm gonna need to get my armor repaired after this for sure.
Alright. Bismuth is going to continue his tirade of trying to get this bear to settle down, and you hear him, he's going like, shh, shh, and he's like stabbing into this thing. Bear's still doing a little pissed. It's going to continue its tirade of rolling around, and you see as one of these people gets like just put flat into the mud, and Bismuth actually gets his hand caught in like the mouth of the bear, and it bites down, and you'd be surprised if he still has a hand after this. Shalasha, we get to your turn here.
I do want to, while I'm running, I want to hold an action. When the bird gets within like 30 feet in a dive.
Okay. And you're staying close to Cole for this, I assume.
If that's who the bird is still kind of aiming for, then yes.
Okay. You got it. So, are you holding your action then?
If the bird is, because you said it is a ways away, so
The
I'm not
boat's
certain.
moving at about 200 feet a total.
And how far is it away, do you think?
It's
Like one more
just
turn?
short of like 600.
Okay, so I have like basically 3 turns.
Yeah, unless you take a dash, in which case, probably 2 turns.
I'll just take a dash.
Cool. Alright, and then we get to the Razor Claws, which are now assy, closing in on you. They're probably going to be on top of you next turn.
Okay.
And then we get to Avon.
I'm gonna bonus action hide and get another shot in on that bird.
Okay. Make your attack, and then we get to Close turn.
Liz.
17 on the die for 22 to hit.
That will hit.
And it's 11 plus... Oh, that's a terrible sneak attack. 5. So 16 total.
That
Just
will-
checking the wind, like just adjusting for the wind, lick my finger, like, okay.
I think. Yeah, this next arrow, it like just hits the other, like, you know, just underneath the wing of that bird, and it just kind of like goes into a spiral, unable to like flap its wing. And you watch as this thing careens into the ground with just the sound of multiple things snapping.
Fantastic. I'm gonna kind of shout out to everyone, birds down, birds down. And I'm gonna continue running towards AC then, with whatever movement, anything I have left.
Yep, and I assume Chloe's doing the same. Again, sorry guys, but 5 feet,
Hopefully,
5 minutes away is 5 minutes away.
Without the having to worry about the bird, yeah, yep, action.
Alright, cool. Then we get back to Tap Tap, who is... Now you're finally starting to get close to the bear here, but it's going to probably be a couple more turns unless they decide to run from these squirrels. How fast? I think the squirrel's actually fast as fuck. They are. Jesus Christ.
How fast are they? Do I want to know?
They're fast. Alright, that's what you gotta know. They're
200 feet of turn.
Joke's on you. They're already here.
So Tap Tap, are you dash action, or do you have anything else you'd like to do with your action?
Dash until I'm 120 feet away from the bird.
The bird's down, unless you're planning to do something with its body.
They can handle the bear. I'm gonna go ravage the bird.
I put that all on it. I need you, fire, monkey.
You got it. Assy, it's your turn. Shalasha, you're up next.
Okay.
You might have
so,
something to do. I'll let you
I'm looking over with fear in my eyes. I see Tap Tap running in this general direction, and I'm thinking, oh yay!
They take a
I'm coming. And hope fills my chest for a second. And I hear those things coming up behind me, looking for a good time. And I'm gonna move around the bear and people, so then I'm not directly between this Ironhide and the slashy squirrely thingies. And then I'm gonna move forward to stab at the bear.
Okay. So you're putting the bear between you and the squirrels.
Yes,
Got
putting
it.
the bear between me and the squirrels. And that is... Oh wait, advantage, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that is a little better. That is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, that'll hit. Beautiful. Sneak attack damage. 2d6s. Oh, you're rolling very well today. I'm gonna keep you. Okay, so 5. 16 damage.
Not bad. Bear is not looking good.
And I'm gonna disengage again. And I'm gonna switch out the tinderbox. Throw that with a free action back into pocket space. And grab the bag of pickling off of my hip.
How far are you moving when you disengage?
I'm just like bouncing backwards.
In that case, you see as like, that's your turn, right?
Yeah, and I'm holding the bag of pickling to just Maybe this was pickle in something's eyes.
So we get to Bismuth's turn. He still has his hand in the mouth of this bear, and you watch as he just punches it in the face, but he misses and he hits it in the eye, and he goes elbow deep to its brain.
Oh!
And the bear lets go, and he pulls his hand out and he runs 60 feet by you, just running for his freaking life.
I do not blame this man.
Shalashar, it's your turn.
Does he still have both hands?
Oh! It's something that looks like a hand, and a hamburger.
So he has a hand and a hamburger.
A hamburger, yes.
I mean, we're still a couple hundred feet away, right?
Yep. But Bismuth is now running towards you at Mach 5, so as fast as his little dwarf legs can carry him.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep going towards AC.
Alright, then we get to the Razor Claws. They move towards the humans. The humans also are seeing what happened to their friend's turn, and they start frickin' running. Which means, Assy, there is a squirrel 10 feet away from you. But it hasn't quite reached you yet. Then we get to A-Rod's turn. You'll probably be able to shoot on your next turn if you wanted.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Oh,
My
okay.
turn, yes?
Not yet. I just need to see what A-Rod and Coors do.
Well, I'm gonna do my best to get within firing range, even if that means dash, cutting action, dash.
Alright, so 3
Unless I
dashes,
can get
you think?
Yeah, unless I can get in range and take a shot, but
You might be able to. It depends what the squirrels decide to do. If they take their dash after Assy, maybe. If they catch Assy,
well, that's a
you're
whole
probably
nother
gonna
problem.
wish you were there. So it's
All
up to
right,
you.
yeah, I'll dash, cutting action dash, try to get as close as I can.
Alright, full action dash. Tap. We're going to say for the sake of it, because I'm assuming this is your legacy, you're going to make it to the board. What would you like to do with the board, even though it's apparently far as fuck away? Just prep me mentally. What's the plan here?
I'm gonna start harvesting anything that looks alchemical. Definitely gonna get the steel bones for sure, both of them for my bongo drums.
Boings.
And I'm also gonna just start ripping out its feathers, tying them into knots, and start dangling them off my staff.
I'll keep that in mind, okay. Butchery. Assy.
Yes.
There's a squirrel 10 feet away from you. These things, by the way, just so you guys understand, they count as a medium beast. These squirrels are 4 feet tall. They have claws roughly almost a foot in length on their back legs. And from what you saw with those people is they like to jump on top of you, grab you by your collarbone, and just disembowel you with their back legs.
Beetle?
Sounds like a fun date.
So, just, when I say squirrel, you need to imagine something bigger than a dog.
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Yes, just keep that in mind.
Yep.
But that being
so
said,
figure-
Assy, this cute little fellow is looking at you.
What?
Blood covering its fur.
If I wanted to splash one of these things in the eyes with pickle juice, would it count as a bonus action?
Pickle.
That would be a ranged attack, sadly. Or a throw. So it's an action, sadly. But that's fine, because you can dash with a bonus action anyways, so...
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna try to, flash it in the eyes with just the pickle juice. I kind of want to keep my... What do I have in here? Carrot, potato, turnip, and cucumber in the bag, if possible.
So how do you do
But I'm
this?
kind of freaking out a little bit, so, who knows if I'll still have...
Alright, make an attack.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 to hit.
Cool,
With,
high or low?
pickle juice. I'm hoping to blind it with pickle juice.
Cool, my friend. High or low?
Low.
Low. It looks like you got one of them in the eyes, the one closest to you, and it just kind of like squeaks angrily, and it puts its head down, and it looks like it's planning to continue this charge in a blind fury.
I am yelling at the top of my lungs in Dwarvish and a bit of Elvish.
Oh,
Shit,
oh,
fuck, shit.
hold on. Something happened here.
What happened, Whale?
Looks like my recording stopped at some point, because I might have ran out of space or something. I don't know when or why this happened. I might need to end the stream. Sorry, guys. Oh, God. The entire file's corrupted. I'll have to fuck with this later. We'll just finish this game as it is, but something went awry.
Uh-oh.
Womp womp.
Alright, so what are you doing with your turn then? You're busting cheek as quickly as you
Pickle
can?
juice in the eyes, and then loudly yelling in Dwarvish and Elvish, shit, fuck, shit,
Shit, fuck, shit.
and fucking shit. Full movement and then bonus action to dash.
Alright.
And I'm also trying to, like, after about 30 feet, I'm gonna think better of it. Because hopefully that one is blinded. So I'm gonna shut up, chewing my tongue, and, like, with the other 30, I'm gonna, like, try to angle myself to something that vaguely resembles cover.
Okay.
And hope that, maybe it won't know which way I am.
Alright. Bismuth is going to do none of that. He's just going to keep running. He's going to close this distance the fastest he's ever closed anything. And then we get...
I probably would have caught up with the rest of them.
You would think so, but he moves 90 feet because he's also a rogue.
Bismuth is also a rogue.
Yes, that's why he moved 60 after he attacked. So
Yeah,
you
okay,
stopped to
okay,
do
fair.
something, he said, no, I'm gone. And he's actually like next to Shelashar. And Shelashar, it is your turn now as Bismuth gets close. There's a couple of squirrels, roughly about 120 feet from you. And then you have Assy, who is about 60 feet from you.
And I'm not looking good. At all.
I still
the
have to dash
point.
and get... double check. 160?
About 120 feet. to
20.
Assy. Assy's about 120, the squirrel's about 160, I think is what I said.
Okay.
So if
'Cause
my mind's on something else all of a sudden. But focus.
Because I do have range of 120. So I'll have to take one more dash action to get close.
Or you could hold your action and let them get close if you're trying to attack, because one of the squirrels goes directly after you.
Okay, yeah, then I'll just take my movement up. So then they're probably...
Assy is now 90 feet from you, Bismuth's 30 away, and the squirrel would then be, if it was 160, 130 feet away from you.
Yeah, so I'll just hold my action till it comes close.
Define close.
I have 120 feet of range.
Okay, you got it. These things move 50 feet a turn,
Oh, titties.
so it is pretty much, again, 10 feet away from Assy, and it is within your range.
Okay. And there's 3 squirrels?
There's only 2 now.
Okay.
One of them has pickles in its eye, and it's running madly. Another one looks like it's getting gang beat by one of the humans it got too close to. And then there's another that's like off to the side. And this one seems perfectly fine.
And the bear is dead.
Yes. Allegedly. It's not moving.
Okay.
And then A-Rod, you're up next, followed by Cole.
You got it.
But
And
it's your held action, so what are you doing with your held action?
Yeah, considering the circumstance, I'm just going to take a dash action to get close.
You
Because-
held your action, we moved to the squirrel's turn, it's moved. So you can either do the held action or not. Which is it?
Sure. Crown of Madness.
Crown of Madness. So it gets a...
It's a wisdom save.
And what does Crown of Madness look like? Better yet, does a 16 on the die save?
16 is my DC. So, it goes to defender.
I
Meter beat.
believe it does, yes. Let me see. It's wisdom. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Sorry. But please, feel free to scrub your spell if you want. Don't let me ruin your fun.
A bit of black miasma will rise up and wind around its body and start constricting its throat. And it's almost like a skeletal hand, but cloaked in black. And it starts kind of like tugging at it and trying to move it a direction before it fizzles out.
Alright. A-Rod. Followed by...
Are the squirrels within range of a longbow now?
Yes, they would indeed.
Range
Okay.
star. Yes.
Fantastic. I'm gonna take a knee in the tall grass and conceal myself. Gotta roll stealth. I don't know, do I need to roll another stealth for that?
You can just do it with your cunning action, right?
Yeah.
So,
Okay, well it was an 18 for stealth. So.
I believe you're fine. And which one do you want to
And-
shoot at? The blind one or the one that seems fine?
The one that's chasing AC.
That is the blind one.
Okay, yeah, it's getting a shot anyway. Let's see. Does a 16 hit?
That will hit.
Fantastic.
Especially because it's not adding its dex to
Pickle juice!
11
I love that
plus, oh my god, 2 1s on the sneak attack. So 11 plus 2.
11 plus 2.
Yeah, 13.
It's almost enough. This thing is
Almost.
not looking good after that, but it's still mad. Cole.
How far am I?
Yeah, you would also be, because it just moved 50, so you're probably about 90 feet away from the closest one. Because one of them was beelining around the side.
Whip out a javelin as I move 30, and then throw the javelin at disadvantage. That is just barely within range. Oh, I don't have to roll twice. That was a 1 on the die.
Ooh.
It like goes wide, but it's so windy that the wind just kind of takes it, and you weren't prepared for it. And with that, we get to Tap Tap, who is massacring a body, and then we get back to AC.
So, is there just the one behind me?
Yes. If Luca's there, can you ask Luca to Tap Tap to roll a survival check for me?
Yes!
Awesome, thank you.
I'm just petting dog.
Okay. So I'm imagining I saw this arrow whiz past me to the
Yes.
to the one squirrel. So I see that, and as this arrow goes over my shoulder, I'm immediately gonna turn sliding in the slick, muddy ground. Sword out. Move the 10 feet towards it and attempt to stab this thing, because I'm hoping. I'm hoping that maybe it'll be close enough to death, and then I won't have to be running so badly for my life. Is it surprised by being blinded at all?
It's fine. You just gotta tell me the damage. Trust me.
Pickle!
It's not doing well. You just
Okay,
have to
that
hit it.
is 13 on the die.
To hit?
Yeah.
That will hit.
That will hit.
In which case, it's dead. It has literally 1 HP left.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
So it's, yeah, you like turn around and...
Sliding in the mud, I go up between two of the ribs
Alright.
as I stab into this thing.
So then lastly, we get to...
Quickly, I still have 20 feet of movement.
Yep.
Where's the next closest one?
It's close to Cole. It'll probably be within 40 feet of you.
Yeah. I'm gonna start heading towards, and you said there was another human who was,
They're like fighting another one off to the side, but it looks like they've dealt with it.
Okay, so I'm gonna head towards the one that's near Core, if that's the last squirrel that looks like it needs to be dealt with.
Okay.
I'm feeling a little more confident now. Still bloodied, still holding my ribs. Gonna move 20 feet that way.
Alright. Shalashar. Followed by Arod and Cole.
Squirrel is close, so there's only the one that
Last
has
one.
pickles.
The pickled one's dead.
So the pickled one is the one that was fighting the human.
There's one left by Core that hasn't been hit. Just to
How
see.
far is that?
Same description I gave Core, about 60 feet. Because you were close to Core and Core moved 30.
I just gotta check the range on this spell. Beep, 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 done. Okay. So a black wisp of smoke comes out one of the squirrel's bodies, and it goes shooting off in the direction of the other squirrel. And I'm going to yank its life essence and cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
So, range spell tech. That makes it a 15 to hit.
That will hit.
And then it is 4d6 of radiant. That is 14 radiant damage, and the next...
That will kill it.
Beautiful.
So, now, just because I am having a couple of technical issues, I'm going to end the stream here, but all of you will be leveling up to level 3.
Oh, fantastic.
So, with that in mind, I want to say goodbye to the stream. Thank all of you for joining me. Sorry for the ending being a little rushed, but hopefully I will see you guys next week and I'll get this figured out. Bye-bye.